All right, let me see if I'm live. All right, all right. We are live. What's going on, James Willis? He says, I sure hope I can watch the game. Fox Sports pulled their channel from my dish service with a sad face. James Willis, I would definitely try to go get PlayStation View. Um, with the sports package and all that, you get about like over 100 and some odd channels for about 95 bucks. What's going on, Joseph Marshall? He says basketball, yay! I know you're not a basketball fan outside of the Chicago Bulls. All right, let me see something real quick.
I know the fans watching from back home, they're fired up too. What really gets you going about opening night? What are you most looking forward to?
Well, the hard work guys have put in the summer. You see where you stand, where you are. You have so many years in the league. This is an exciting time. You kind of get like players. You go through exhibition, you understand what, it's important to you as a team, but the real excitement starts now on opening night. And if you can't get excited about open night, it's probably time to get a new profession.
I know you'd love to be at full strength for tonight's opener. That's just not the case right now with Blake Griffin. But how confident are you that you have the right pieces, in particular like the acquisition of a guy like Markieff Morris to help fill the void?
Well, you don't replace a Blake Griffin. You don't replace your best player, star player. If it is, our salary cap would be out of the roof if we had another Blake Griffin in the locker room. But with that said, that's one reason why we did go out and get Markieff and Christian to someone to kind of, hold up the fort if he's out or load management, whatever it is. In this case, being cautious. So, we try to get, I like our situation more. I think we're more prepared for that this year with Markieff and Thon and also with Christian in that situation. Also, we can play Tony Snell at the four some. So, we're a little bit more prepared for it this year than we were last year.
All right, Coach, we'll get this thing going. Best of luck tonight, all right?
Thank you, Johnny.
Mick, back to you, brother.
All right, Johnny, thank you. Johnny Kane reporting during and after the game tonight on Pistons Live. Okay, guys, here's the big question. The Pistons beat the Pacers tonight if this happens, Tim.
Pistons win if they control the boards and they score at least 107 points on the road versus a good defensive team.
got to be better than 107. They did that last year, but I like the fact that they were 9th in the NBA in three-point shooting last year, 12 per game. If they can get up about 17 threes and make those threes, they got an outstanding chance of winning the basketball game.
Tough for the Pistons to win in Indiana lately.
Okay, my thoughts for how the Pistons can win today. TCOB. Take care of basketball. You take care of the basketball, you put yourself in a great position. That's basketball 101. It's because we're the Motor City, and in a motor there's pistons. That's what a piston is. What do you mean, Joseph Marshall? But they rarely keep it moving with positive results. Appreciate that, the Gridiron Blitz. He says, enjoy the game. Joseph Marshall says, Detroit Pistons not that good of a team. I mean, we did still make the playoffs last year. You know, your Bulls haven't, so better catch up, Mustard. Hey, we got 3. We got half of what you guys got. And when was the last time y'all got something? Don't worry, I'll wait. Y'all haven't even won nothing without Michael Jordan, so we had 2 championship eras. Exactly, had a good team. And yes, it was just Jordan, because y'all was not no championship contenders without Michael Jordan. And what do you call it? Scottie Pippen could tell you the same thing too. You guys are not the Patriots of basketball. That is between the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Live in Indianapolis. Happy to have my partner, Special K himself, Gregory Kelser here, finally getting this thing underway, and that's exciting, isn't it, Greg?
It really is. Can't get enough of opening night. I don't care how many you've been through, it is always a thrill.
Opening night on the road tonight, tomorrow night, opening night at home in Detroit. But amidst all this excitement came word that the Pistons star player Blake Griffin will miss the first 5 or 6 games, maybe just 4 or 5 of this season, as the medical team makes sure that his left hamstring and left knee are good to go.
Yeah, this is all about being a precautionary measure by the Pistons. Don't want to put him at risk early in the season, but the Pistons feel very confident that they have created or at least lessened some of the gap when Blake is out.
Well, good luck with that, Joseph Marshall, because the Vikings have Dalvin Cook.
Will start. He has a lot of the
And the Seahawks just got way better.
That Blake Griffin brings to the table. He is one of 4 prominent newcomers. He starts at power forward tonight. Tony Snell is a newcomer who starts at small forward.
Abdul Terrell, what's going on? He says, don't think it's going to happen, Troxel.
Well, the aforementioned Markieff Morris.
Are you talking about what I think?
Plenty of success. Derrick Rose is a guy who comes over after serving notice last year in Minnesota that he's back. 18 points a game. Yeah, they'll monitor his minutes and his games played. But when he's out there on the floor, the Pistons are definitely going to be better, especially in the backcourt. Now, Tony Snell, a big part of a Milwaukee team that was one of the best in the league last year until he became an injured player out there. But he, too, back healthy and brings defense and scoring that the Pistons will vitally need. And then Markieff.
What we've been talking about,
when you talk about Markieff,
Abdul.
Morris, he's a very confident guy, plays a lot like his twin brother, Marcus Morris, a guy that can spread the floor, very unselfish, knows how to play the game, and he will be the guy that they count on when Blake is not available. And then here's the guy we're all anxious to see. Christian Wood earned his way on this team with a solid preseason, averaging 13 and 7. A lot of confidence. Now the question is, can he parlay that into the regular season? Can he be a regular contributor for the Pistons?
Ed Stefanski and Pat Garrity and Malik Rose in the Pistons front office did an excellent job without a lot of.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that, Abdul Chiro. Because, yeah. All I know is it's going to take a lot for me to keep quiet much longer. Somebody calls me Dumbo one more time. People's tails going to be turned sideways and shoved up, you know where. Joseph Marshall says, we got 27 sacks in the first 6 weeks, and Bears had 73 at the end of the season in 1984. We are on pace to break the Bears' single-season sack record. Okay. Well, I hope you guys do. I mean, you guys do got a pass rush. Shout out to the one person watching. I appreciate you.
For me, I looked at the Clippers last night in their game against the Lakers, and I could only imagine what Kawhi Leonard's going to do for Los Angeles. Keep in mind, he got to Toronto, played 1 year, they won a championship, get to the finals for the very first time. I happen to believe that the group that he is joining here in Los Angeles with the Clippers is a little bit better than the one he joined last year in Toronto. So why wouldn't the Clippers? How about this? Brace yourselves. How about the Clippers getting to the finals? I'm not predicting they'll win just yet, but I think the Clippers now with Kawhi and when Paul George is back and healthy, this team has an excellent opportunity to get to the NBA Finals. What about you guys?
Yeah, can you imagine, Greg, you're going from the worst organization in the history of sports to an NBA Finals appearance. Patrick Beverley might be their third best defender. That says a lot. But from my standpoint, I think the biggest story is the Philadelphia 76ers. Remember, they've got Simmons and Embiid, two all-stars, very young. Al Horford, that old veteran, to show them how to win. And they brought in Josh Richardson to help with the shooting with Tobias Harris. The Sixers have not won a title in 36 years. This might be the year. And what do you think, Grant?
Yeah, I like both of your picks. I got to go back to Greg. Greg, you know, throughout this summer, I thought, boy, the dismantling of the Golden State Warriors, we saw Kevin Durant leave. We saw Klay Thompson get hurt. I'm thinking, okay, this is a perfect opportunity. No matter who LeBron James picks up in the offseason, it's going to be an opportunity for him to slip in and perhaps get a final championship for the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James on his way out. Then all of a sudden, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard go to the Clippers, and I got to scrap all of that thinking because now all of a sudden you got a better all-around team. You got two guys that play defense, probably number 1 and 2 in the league in playing defense. So now my opinion is like yours, Greg. The Clippers have an outstanding chance of winning a championship. Now, let's move on to my pick. I'm thinking Russell Westbrook, James Harden in Houston. These two guys grew up as friends, all the way from junior high.
I've seen that act before, you know.
You got to think that this possibly will challenge their personal friendship when those two guys take the court together. Both guys are ball dominant. You think about what happened with Chris Paul with that team, and he needed the basketball in his hands. It didn't happen. James Harden still took the bulk of the shots and handled the ball primarily. I wonder what's going to happen with Russell Westbrook when those guys get together.
How'd you like to be a teammate of those two? You'd never get the ball.
You would never get it, but they're going to be interesting to watch. They're going to be exciting to watch.
Hey, you two power forwards, go get it off the glass.
I like it.
I cannot wait for tomorrow. All right, the last commercial break till tip off. Are you guys ready for some basketball? I know I am. I'm going to tell you right now, the quest for 41 plus wins starts now. We have got to be better than 41 plus wins, and we have got to win playoff games. What's going on, Gloria's daughter? Appreciate you stopping in. I'm waiting to get the bad taste of football out of my mouth. Well, come to my basketball streams because we're going to have fun this season. If you guys can all share this stream, get the word out, I appreciate that. What's going on, One Pride 40? He says, hands back. Hey, about darn time, hands back. Glorious daughter says, you think I act up for football? You should see me lose my mind over basketball. I just don't know how to act. Hey, I feel you. I'm a very passionate Detroit sports fan, so I definitely know the feeling. If the Lions win on Sunday, should I slide in girls' DMs? I mean, it shouldn't result in a win or a loss. Basketball is my love. It's the Giants. Yeah, but I mean, exactly. It's the Giants. We're supposed to win this. Hopefully you guys could share this stream so we get more people in the building. I would definitely appreciate that.
And for the Pacers, still without Victor Oladipo.
All right.
Brogdon and a trade from
Here it
Milwaukee over
comes.
here. Jeremy Lamb will come off the bench later for Oladipo at
We
shooting
are
guard.
officially
TJ Warren in a deal from Phoenix, and he
kicking
can
or
score.
tipping off,
Joining
not kicking off.
Domantas Sabonis
The
and the league's best shot blocker,
2019-2020
Miles Turner, up front.
NBA season.
The officials, Mark
Let's
Davis,
go, Detroit
Ben
basketball.
Taylor, and Brett Nansel. We are underway in Indy. Pistons wearing their classic road blues. Get it first at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Noisy crowd here in Indy. Good ball movement for the Pistons, trying to find a good shot. Bruce Brown with the drive, can't convert. Comes away to Lamb.
All right, come on.
Jeremy Lamb turns, fires. It's off the rim. Reggie Jackson
Continue
to
good
four
ball
court.
movement. Continue. Good job, Reggie.
Tony Snell sets up Markieff Morris. Got Lamb on him. That's a mismatch. The turn and gun won't go, however. Sabonis rips the rebound
Come
away
on.
from Andre. Brogdon gets a Sabonis screen. Lamb on the drive. Floating gun goes. No basket.
Oh, yeah. Offensive foul. Push off.
Offensive foul.
Hey, both teams starting with some imposing defense, making it very difficult in the half court. Both ways. Here's Lamb, but the push off, and that basket's going to be negated. You'll notice that Andre is guarding out defensively on Domantas Sabonis. He'll spend probably as much time on the other big guy, but right now they feel like
does Harbaugh take an L on Saturday? He better
with
not.
greater propensity, George, to shoot the threes. It might be better for
Warriors
Andre to be on
they are
Sabonis.
featuring Derrick Rose really hard and
Markieff
adds
Morris
absolutely.
fires. It won't fall.
One Pride 40 says, well, if the Lions win, I'm sliding. Do the Lions
Now, Andre
make a
is on
trade
Turner.
here after trading Diggs? I mean,
Malcolm Brogdon.
you got 6 more days to find
Drives
out.
Reggie Jackson. Good screen
All I
from
know is
Sabonis, but he missed the shot.
they got to do something.
Rebound. Out of bounds to the Pistons. How about this? No score, a minute and a half in.
It'll stay that way for a while, too.
Yep. Pistons
Oh,
turn it
absolutely.
over.
There is still one roster spot available.
A walk
But do we
called
trade or do we
on
just
Andre
sign
Drummond.
somebody?
It's Nate McMillan, an excellent coach who emphasizes defense, against Dwayne Casey, an excellent coach who emphasizes defense.
Yeah. And those two guys very
Right.
familiar with each other from their days in Seattle together.
All right, good D.
Missing is TJ Warren. We're still scoreless.
One Pride 40 says, I'll do
Andre
it too.
with the drive. Double clutcher. Popped out. Sabonis
All
has
right,
it.
man, let me
for
know
the
how it
Pacers.
goes.
Pistons 0 for 4. Indiana 0 for 3.
All right, let's go.
Another turnover for Indiana.
Set it up. Set it up.
Tony Snell shovels to Markieff Morris, thinking about it, now fires, it's off the rim.
Wow.
See, come on now.
Brogdon
Markieff, he could have still moved the ball a little bit. Got some dribble penetration.
2.5 and nobody scored.
And try to kick it out to an open guy.
Andre
All right,
with the
let's go. We got
takeaway from
another
Brogdon.
steal.
3 Pacer turnovers.
Baseball game here.
Pitchers pitching a shutout. Reggie Jackson fires and fills it.
All right, Reggie Jackson got the first points
It
of the
danced and
season.
then it dropped, and finally we have a field goal almost 3 minutes in. We're having some technical difficulties here. We're working on it. Turner inside with a miss. Andre with a rebound for Indiana.
I mean, it's possible we become buyers. I mean, she's into Lions football. She must be loyal. Absolutely.
Lob to Dre. Nice setup by Bruce Brown. Pistons up 4-0.
All right, let's go.
Very nice on the handoff, the penetration. Made it very possible for Bruce Brown to deliver the assist. And keep in mind, in the Summer League last year, Bruce Brown did garner a triple-double, demonstrating his
glorious
passing
starter.
ability.
Nobody
So
could
the Pistons
shoot,
are very
but,
fine
you know,
with
they
him
got to
making
slow it
plays.
down, you know,
And able to
and
score
get a
some
better
more
shot.
than he did as a rookie. Lamb with a step-back long gun way short. Rebound saved by Tony Snell. Reggie Jackson way up for Dre. Lays
All right, there we go, Dre.
George, he was covered, but he was covered by a much smaller man. That's like a quarterback throwing to a wide receiver saying, go get it. And that's exactly what Reggie Jackson did for Andre, and he went and got it.
You gotta love the hustle from Tony and the heads-up play by Reggie and the finish by Andre.
6-0. What would you say if we got Michael Bennett says 1 Pride 40? I mean, it'd help. It'd definitely help with the pass rush. Or Tack McKinley. Oh, dude, if we go get Tack McKinley, that's going to be our vocal leader. I don't know if a lot of people remember him when he first got drafted and had a very, how do you want to call it, explicit interview with Primetime as soon as his name was called. That type of fire and mindset can definitely get the fellas going. Dwayne Boatwright, what's going on? He says, big ups, Trav. It's me, the bot without a purpose. Hey, man, you always got a purpose here, man. But I'll be here, bro, doing what I do. Thanks for letting me in. Absolutely, brother. James Willis says, what up, though, everybody? How's it going, James Willis? I don't know if you caught when I first started live, but I said, check out, what do you call it? PlayStation View. You know, for about $95, you get about 40 plus sports channels and over 80 other channels. So, I mean, you get a lot of channels for $95. One Pride 4 says he went invisible in Atlanta, and I agree. Absolutely. You know, sometimes a fresh start is all a player needs.
And, you know, Dwayne Casey said earlier today, it really feels like this team is better equipped to handle life without Blake, highlighting the acquisitions of Markieff Morris, Christian Wood, certainly Tony Snell, who he can play at the
Glorious
four if need be,
I am so
and also
behind
the
your
continued
feet, LOL.
development of Thon Maker, George.
No question, he said earlier today, hey, the sky's not falling. He's only out for a short time anyway. Finally,
Yeah, man,
the
definitely.
Pacers
What do you
score.
call it?
The Pistons started 0 for 5 and since have gone 3 for
Oh,
3.
okay, you're listening to Mark
The
Champion.
Pacers were stuck on 0 for 5
But
until
we
that.
could definitely look into PlayStation View.
Bruce Brown with penetration. Markieff Morris against Sabonis, and with the run out at him, he took an extra
I
step.
think the Falcons run a
The Pacers
4-3,
probably have to feel like they're in good
but
shape.
I've
given their
also
slow
seen them
start
run some
offensively, but they've only given up
3-4
6
as
points.
well.
And the Pacers were one of the best defensive teams in the league last year. A lot of turnover, though, George. It'll be interesting to see if they can maintain that defensive consistency with a new group of players. Same coach, though, right?
Brogdon
Because I
looked
think
like
that's
he
what
took
they're
a
trying
step.
to, or
Well,
they're
Casey
trying
certainly
to
thought he
turn
did.
into a 34
Warren
defense.
from the baseline for a score. It's 6-4 Pistons now in Indianapolis. 5 minutes in. To the rim, Bruce Brown. Whistle and a loose ball foul on Andre trying to go get it.
They're going to say he pushed in the back. I don't think he really needed to. He had his hand on
Tony
the
Boatwright says, that's what made
on
me
his
fall in
opponent,
love
but
with y'all. Because you will say,
the
what the
official right
heck
there calling
you
the
guys
action.
feel. Yeah,
Andre gets his
absolutely.
foul.
That's the beauty about having this platform.
Warren gets us a bonus screen, leans, guns it goes.
That's what he does, isn't it?
He averaged 18 last year in Phoenix.
He'll score here, but they're going to ask him to play a little bit better defense. Not known as a good defender, but T.J. Warren, folks, can shoot the basketball, can score it. Difficult shot there. And now a 6-0 run for the Pacers.
Which ties the score at 6.
All right,
Just
come
over
on,
6
guys.
and a half to play in the first. Long gun, Reggie
All right,
Jackson
let's
it
go.
goes.
Reggie for 3. Let's go.
Indy now 3 for 3 after their 0 for 5 start. Pistons up 9-6 on the triple for Reggie.
James Will says, but thank you. I can listen
Brogdon
to
against
George
Bruce
Blaha.
Brown.
Oh,
Sabonis with a
absolutely.
screen. Brogdon
That's the
drives,
voice
gets
of
to
the
the rim shot
Pistons.
is going to be short. Andre boards it.
Yeah, Bruce may have gotten a piece of that from
Somebody
behind.
did. Down deep, Markieff Morris. He's got Lamb in jail down there.
Well, Prior 40 says there should
And Mark
probably
Davis
doesn't
will
fit
blow
in
the whistle.
Atlanta. Absolutely. And if he doesn't fit, he can fit here.
On Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah, you got to figure with Indiana, it's going to take some time for all of these parts to come together. Lamb, great year last year, but he was in Charlotte. Brogdon, solid year. Rookie
No,
of the
Christian
year 3
Wood's
years
not
ago.
going to start.
He's in Milwaukee.
They're going to go with the proven veteran
Warren was in
first.
Phoenix, so
But, you know,
a
he's
lot
going
of
to
folks
definitely
gotta
get some
accustomed
good
to
run
playing
today.
with each other
And I'm excited
here
about
in
that.
Indianapolis.
Lamb sits with his second foul. Edmund Sumner from Xavier, who went to Country Day and won a Michigan State title during his high school
Prior
years.
40
is
says
checked
we
in.
run the perfect defense for
He
him.
wears number 5. He is 6'6".
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Is this the preseason? No, this is officially
Tony Snell
game
with a
1 of
miss.
82. This is the real deal Holyfield.
Pistons hang on to it, and Luke Kennard checks in. Talked about his green light. See how that plays out. Bruce Brown sits down. Halfway through the first. 9-6 Pistons in Indianapolis. Reggie Jackson to Markieff Morris. Deeper to Dre. Half hook. Hits it.
All right,
Strength
let's
right
go.
there, George.
Yes, sir.
Able to bump on Turner, the shot blocker, get some separation for his nice little soft jump hook.
Andre.
Yeah, the
has
NBA
6.
does need to shorten their regular season.
Sabonis to Miles Turner, and he walked against good defense by Markieff Morris.
See, the thing about Miles Turner, you know, he's not as comfortable with his back to the basket. He's a 7-foot guy, 6'11" officially, who likes to face
Dwayne
up
Boatwright says,
away from the
"I'm with
basket,
Jay.
shoot threes.
Will
They
they
will post him
know
from time
we're
to time.
down
They're still
here in
trying to
Toledo
develop that part of
to
his
catch
game, but
that
you can see
game?"
he's not quite comfortable with it yet.
Thank you. Don Maker
I don't
checks
know
in
what you
for
mean,
Markieff
Dwayne.
Morris. Derrick Rose is into the Piston backcourt. Luke Kennard from downtown, off iron.
Oh,
Scramble for it. Andre wrestles the rebound away from the Pacers.
There we
and
go.
scores. Wow.
there we go.
And a technical foul has been called on Andre.
Come on, man.
To the hoop.
Andre Drummond with the first technical foul of the season.
He's gonna fight for this rebound, and then watch him go up in between several guys. And he said something right there to the official, and the official heard it, George.
Ben Taylor with a quick trigger on the tee. Malcolm Brogdon, a great free throw shooter. Makes the technical foul free throw. So it's 13-7 Pistons.
Oh, okay.
Sabonis hands the ball to T.J. Warren.
Oh, yeah, anytime, man. You know, I love watching games, and I figure if I'm watching the game, might as well have you guys listen to the game as well.
Snell called for the foul. Time for the Flagstar Bank starring roll. And this gentleman will be a Piston star certainly this season. He was a star during preseason. The former MVP back in 2011, Derrick Rose. Rookie of the year a couple years before that. Three-time All-Star. Talked with his former coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau. He said, great player, better person, and he'll play very, very well, especially against the very best players. Here's a swipe by Sumner. And Sumner with a steal.
One Pride 40 says, breaking news. Pistons straight at first for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Pistons careless on that
one. Oh, heck yeah.
Sabonis spins to the rim.
Oh, come on.
And this crowd's alive.
He has guard-like ball handling skills when he's able to catch it 15, 16 feet away.
Dwayne says, I know it's crazy for you because while you're commentating, we're talking around,
but I think they're going to be happy.
Talking around you like a family on Thanksgiving.
He used to talk about his
oh, no, man, you guys are good, man.
With guard.
James Willis says, yeah, I've listened to Blaha since before the Bad Boys era. That's what's up. Definitely the voice of the Detroit Pistons, man. One Pride 40 says he gives LeBron a beer bath. Well, he'd have to go from Detroit all the way to L.A. James Willis says, yeah, the dinner scene, Nutty Professor. Dwayne says, ha ha ha. Been there since before Kelly Tripucka and Thunder and Lightning. Do your research. James Willis says, I remember Kelly and Terry Tyler. One Pride 40 says, breaking news, Rams trade Aaron Donald to the Lions. I wish. He should have actually been a Lion. Dwayne says, real talk, Trav, I'm 48. I don't remember him not even being there. That's what's up, Dwayne. I appreciate that, man.
For him, and he's doing exactly that in the early
no
going
way
here.
I bought it.
Active, 4 or 5 shooting. He has 5 rebounds, and he also has 8 points. He is a load, a monster underneath, and the Pistons would do well to keep him active. Andre's got to keep himself, though, out of foul trouble. That's going to be our Most dependable player brought to you by Chevrolet.
Pistons inbound out of the timeout. Luke Kennard gets to the lane. Tried to get to the rim. Missed on the scoop.
Bad shot.
Langston Galloway in the ball game for the Pistons. Brogdon from the wing.
Absolutely, James. Lions are doing some crazy stuff.
Derrick Rose wheels. Runs up the half. Whoop, draws the foul.
Got the foul, though. Let's go, D. Rose. Let's go.
Hey, Piston fans, opening nights tomorrow. Pistons against the Atlanta Hawks at 7. Their journey begins here. Don't miss a minute of all the opening night excitement. Tickets at Little Caesars Arena on sale now at Pistons.com or call 313-PISTONS. Derrick Rose at the line.
I think Patricia's in
lucky
trouble.
to have him.
Very well could be. All right, let's go. Christian Woods in the building.
Always interesting to see what the home team has ready to roll out for that.
Oh, yeah.
Great night. Should be festive.
Diane Ferranti, in charge of what happens in the arena down there, and it'll be exciting and fun. We'll have it all for you here on Fox Sports Detroit. Derrick Rose with the free throws. Pistons lead him 15-11. Brogdon, floating gun, fills it up.
Too
He
easy.
settled down
Come
a
on.
little bit, and he is rock solid. Derrick Rose will work against him, though. Gets by him.
All right, let's
For
go.
deuce. Wow.
Clearly, Derrick still has his explosiveness. He still has his acceleration, the first step. He can get by guys and still can finish.
Sumner nearly lost it to Luke Kennard. Pass
140
inside.
says, I don't. James Willis says,
Christian
I'm
Wood and out of
interested
bounds.
in
Christian
seeing
Wood,
the number
Langston
of
Galloway,
fans that show
Thonmaker,
up
Luke
for the
Kennard,
home
and
opener.
Derrick Rose.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
see right here for the Pistons here in Indianapolis.
Some serious shake and bake there.
Oh, wasn't it? Fall away. Warren fills it up. 17-15. Pistons by 2. Christian Wood hands the ball off. Langston Galloway.
All right, Langston.
Scoop and a score for Langston. And the Pistons are up 4. Andre will go back in the ball game with 2:35 to play in the first. Sumner looking very comfortable. Nice bounce to Miles Turner for a jam.
Sumner has given them a lift off the bench, both ends of the floor.
Derrick Rose sends it inside to Christian Wood.
James Willis says, I don't care what
And we
Lenny
got
says.
a
I
bump
want a
and a
T-shirt.
foul.
140 says, people are being way too hard on Patricia. He doesn't have all
on
of
Justin
his
Holiday.
Yeah, but why would you trade Quandre Diggs and shortchange yourself if Mohamed Sanu,
offensive boards,
who is
double-doubles,
30 and
15
over,
games, and
got a
20
second-round
games.
pick out of it? And you traded his starting safety.
Derrick Rose sets up Luke Kennard. Corner gun goes. Luke connects.
All right, let's go, Luke.
And the Pistons lead him by 5.
What's going on, Gridiron?
Sumner inside. That's a goaltend on Andre on the block.
Man, George, since coming into the game, Sumner's got 4 points. He's got a pair of steals. As we talked about, he's been a benefit off the bench for them. Got them going when they were struggling early.
Doug McDermott off the bench as well. Langston Galloway misses.
All right,
Dre
nice
taps
putback,
it
Dre.
in. He has owned the paint. Pistons up 24-19, 10.6 boards for Dre. The bonus screens for McDermott. He fires, it won't fall. Luke Kennard boards it. Derrick Rose.
There we go.
It's the drive against Aaron
There we go.
Holiday.
Draw the foul. Let's go.
And the foul call.
140 says he doesn't fit our system.
It's on
He's
Holiday.
5'9". Yeah, but you could have got more in return. That's my biggest issue about it. And absolutely, I do love Will Harris. Will Harris has been playing really well in his limited minutes.
They're throwing one heck of a pregame tailgate at
They
Big
did good
Rapids
bringing in
for the
Marvin
Grand
Hall.
Valley
Absolutely,
Ferris
James
State
Willis.
game. Join us November 9th at noon to celebrate a truly great rivalry and see who's taking home the Anchor Bone Trophy. Hope to see you November the 9th in Big Rapids. Derrick Rose connects from the stripe. He has 5 and 4 minutes. Two perfect free throws for the former superstar of the Chicago Bulls. It's 26-19. Pistons with the lead. Sumner with the drive and lost the handle.
Nice job.
Maybe try to do a little bit too much. But why not? He's played great so far.
One Pride 40 says, well, they said not a lot of
minute
people were
20 to play in the
interested in
first.
him. I think Will Harris can hit
26-19,
as hard
Pistons
as
leading.
Diggs, says James Willis. One Pride
Derrick
40,
Rose
we
gets
could
it back from
see
Langston
more Killebrew.
Galloway.
Yeah,
Tripped
absolutely. And I think he
by
talked
Aaron
about that a little
Holiday.
bit today in his press conference
Well, you
as
hate
well.
to see that.
Right. So awkwardly falling. Oh, sort of like a leg whip there.
He didn't think he fouled him?
Well,
Who did he
what
think
he,
did?
what he didn't think is that he did it on purpose, and I don't think he did it on purpose, but still, the action was there, and Derrick Rose went down in a hurry. I like this group the Pistons have out on the floor because it's a floor spacing group. You've got shooters out on the flanks for Derrick Rose. You've got Andre dominating in the middle. Christian Wood, very athletic, can do a lot of stuff around that basket and away from the hoop. So this is a good lineup, that I think Dwayne Casey really likes right now. Very comfortable with this group.
See if Derrick Rose is going to stay in the ball game or not. Flex that foot a little bit. In between free throws. Split the pair, though. It's 27-19. Pistons lead by 8. Henry topside to McDermott for the long gun. It goes.
Nothing you can do.
Left alone, he's an excellent shooter. Former player of the year in college basketball when he led the nation in scoring.
One Pride 40 says, I
As the
think
senior
Killebrew going to be used as a box safety. This
is trying to go
and
to Christian
drop
Wood,
Walker and
by
Harris
Sumner.
back into coverage. That
Sumner
possibly
down
could
the
happen.
lane, quick to the hoop, plays
Killebrew
it
as
up,
they
plays it in.
Landon Collins.
Edwin
They be double digits
Sumner.
down.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose on the drive. Ball knocked
All right,
off
come on,
his
guys.
foot,
We got a
maybe.
TCOB. I said it in the pregame.
Aaron Holiday.
Take care of that basketball.
They're really trying to push up on him.
6 turnovers for the Pistons, 5 for the Pacers. Final half a minute of the first. Holiday.
Oh, yeah.
Wanted by
Not in our
Gray.
house. Well, your house,
The ball
but
comes out to
not in
Sumner.
our paint.
Shot clock still running. It's at 7. All by himself. Missing is Holiday.
Oh, come
Now
on.
the
You let him
final 10
get
seconds of
easy.
the first.
Wow, he
Holiday
missed
could
it.
not convert inside. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Christian Wood walked
What?
before the shot.
Oh, come on. All right. Sorry, guys.
Here, Holiday's going to think he's got a dunk. But Andre is going to say, think again, young fella. Hand on ball. Excellent.
Time will run out here in the first. At the end of 1.
(27-24). Pistons lead after 1. Dwayne Boatwright says, you are watching the Sports Movement Network basketball. Absolutely. Appreciate that, Dwayne. James Willis says, unfortunately, Lions have needed Walker to tackle running backs. Yeah. One Pride 40 says, do you like Walker as your free safety, Harris as your strong, and Killebrew as your hybrid Sounds pretty good. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love our depth there. My only biggest issue with Patricia right now and Bob Quinn is you could have got more. And if you couldn't get it at the trade deadline, you could have waited till the NFL draft. You know, that's where I have my biggest issue. You know, I think that trade was a trade just to make a trade. You know, we did extend Quandre Diggs. You know, and then all of a sudden, halfway through the season, you trade him. Dwayne says, big shout out to the Gridiron Blitz. Absolutely. With a respect fist. Absolutely. One Pride 40 says, you couldn't. James Willis says, my issue is what the heck are they doing? Absolutely. You know, I mean, you didn't have to trade Quandre Diggs at the trade deadline if we couldn't get something at the, you know, that we really could say, okay, hey, we really got a good return on him. You know, I mean, like I said, you could have done something, did a trade package at the draft, and moved up maybe and got somebody that, you know, you could really covet. You know, now you're just like, okay, well, I just traded him for a draft pick. You know, what's going on, the general review?
7 board shot, 5 out of 6. And the Pacers missed their first 5, but then caught fire after that. 3-point Piston lead as we start the second. McDermott almost.
Hey, you probably level him out to his size.
For Aaron Holiday. They'll go to Sabonis now
says
against Andre.
Diggs on a 6'5" tight end. I'm good.
Inside, lefty hook, and he hit it.
We're down 1, but you know, outside the last couple seconds in the first, you know, we did turn over the ball a lot in the last couple minutes. But outside of that, we've been being patient. We've been moving the basketball. We've been playing pretty well.
But that ends right there with Luke Kennard draining a deuce.
Who's getting better and better.
Cool hand Luke with the jumper.
Ball in his hand, not needing a screen or a pass.
29-26 Indiana.
Oh, get it. Good job.
Rather.
Bad pass.
Markieff Morris is
bad pass, Markieff. Come on.
Sabonis bounces it inside for Sumner.
All right, nice hustle, Langston.
Pistons able to knock it out of bounds. Langston Galloway did the damage.
Here, look at Luke Kennard. Lefty handling it. Step away. Out of the reach of McDermott, knocks that shot down.
All right, come on, D up, guys.
Pacers inbound for Sabonis. Aaron Holiday for the lane to the rim off the high glass. No, tap Sabonis, yes.
See, Sabonis right now is playing the center spot. That's where he is.
The general review, really feeling froggy. I can cover the Phoenix Suns as well.
32-28, Sabonis is 6'11". McDermott jacks it up from outside.
Come on.
It's off to Dre.
Oh, Dre missed the bunny.
A foul called.
Yeah, I'll take that foul, though. One Pride 40 says
on Holiday.
There's a
Pistons back to the Motor City tomorrow night to take on the Atlanta Hawks. The home opener. Tune in beginning at 6 for Pistons Live and all your game coverage. Tomorrow night, the Pistons home opener.
Well, on PlayStation View,
right here
but
on Fox Sports Detroit.
Like right now, I'm on my computer.
Atlanta's one of the young, up-and-coming teams in the East, along with Orlando, and I think Miami's going to be better.
Yes, sir. Ton of teams that feel like they should make the postseason. They all can't.
Right.
Neither free throw fell for Dre. Holiday for Sabonis. Pass
nice shot. Let's go, let's go. Too big. Why you trip?
Pass got away.
What'd you trip for, Reggie?
Holiday in a hurry. Lobbed it for McDermott. Andre broke it up, tried to save it in row 1. But it's Indiana's basketball. Shot clock with plenty on it.
I just think Andre is very alert right now. He seems to be everywhere. Broke up what would have been a sure lob dunk for McDermott.
Absolutely, Dwayne. He says, Trev, you would think by now with the technology we have, the cable companies could figure out how to simulcast a Pistons game in Toledo. Absolutely. I can almost walk to Toledo.
Batted away.
Another defensive play for Andre.
Great direct traffic here. Luke Kennard with a duck-in gun. He draws a foul. Shots off the heel. But the whistle blows. It's an Indiana foul. It's on Sumner. To commemorate the 75th anniversary of Wallside Windows, the Pistons are teaming up with Wallside to offer fans a great deal to start the season. For a limited time, buy one ticket, get one free to select Pistons home games. To take advantage, visit pistons.com/Wallside Windows or call 313-PISTONS.
What's going on, Ted Cheney? Shout out to Dwayne.
Luke
He says,
Kennard at the
where
line.
we live, you could be a millionaire and still not get the game unless you subscribe to Troxel Sports Talk. I appreciate that, brother.
There's a lane violation that time, I believe, on Markieff Morris was going to take that basket away.
Yep.
But here's my theory on that.
Mark Davis calls the lane violation.
Here's my theory on that. You know, it's hard. It's very difficult to offensive rebound off a missed free throw anyway.
Cheney says, what up, Trox? I'm listening
at the free throw line, George,
my hour drive home. Oh, I appreciate that.
You don't want to go in there anyway. Yeah. He misses.
Safe travels, brother. One Pride 40 says, what if the Lions trade for Jordan Howard? Hey, I wouldn't mind that. John Joe says,
Pistons get Bruce Brown back in the game. He and Langston Galloway.
What do Trox? How they looking?
Reggie Jackson.
What's going on, John Jones? They're looking pretty good.
The basket is going to count.
We definitely got to settle down a little bit more. Take care of the basketball, but outside of that, you know, we're doing actually very well. I'm actually very happy about the ball movement and things like that we're doing.
Sabonis against Drake. Nice.
And all five guys are going to the basketball.
Had active hands tonight. He's been moving his feet. He seems to be in the right place each time, anchoring that defense. There's probably, he doesn't have a ton of stats on the regular stat sheet to show it, but I guess analytically, Andre is having a sensational defensive game.
He's everywhere. Holiday with the drive. Andre bothered the shot.
Get it! Oh, nice save.
Bruce Brown cross courts to Reggie Jackson. Rainbow three won't go through.
Come on, Reggie.
TJ Leaf with a rebound. Jeremy Lamb. Lost it inside. Found it and filled it.
Can't do nothing about that shot.
1 point Piston lead, that's all. 34-33. 8:25 to play in the first half. Markieff Morris for three. Off iron to Sabonis. TJ Warren. Off balance shot. Popped out.
All right, slow down, guys.
Andre to a basket cutting Reggie Jackson. Slipped and fell. Saved it. But the Pacers come up with it. Sabonis to Lamb. Fouled by Markieff Morris. They don't call a foul, but the Pistons end up with the ball. 3-on-1.
Oh, nice pass.
Hey, just keep playing. That's what you do if you're the Pistons. It's physical, and the officials are letting some of this stuff go. But while the Pacers are complaining, the Pistons are running.
Yep. The game goes on, doesn't it, Gregory?
John Jones says, I appreciate the feedback, big dog. I appreciate you stopping in, brother.
Look like a foul inside. No whistle. Play on it to the Pistons.
Joseph Marshall says, I'm back. Still believe Streamlabs took over Dwayne's account. Mad suspect. Well, welcome back, Joseph Marshall. One Pride 40 says, and Stafford deserves comeback player of the year. Absolutely. James Willis says, Pistons are being physical. I like how they are playing right now. Absolutely. And you know something? That's winning basketball. Play with the physicality. You know, be smart. Move the basketball. Take care of the basketball. And all 5 guys on the basketball defensively. You know, you will win a whole lot of games. Joseph Marshall says, I cannot play basketball whatsoever. Can you at least shoot a basketball? Because I can have you looking like a superstar if you can at least shoot. When Brian 40 says, I see Stafford do a no-look pass to Marvin Jones. Yeah, hey. A lot of people keep underestimating. You know, Stafford's is real deal. He goes anywhere else, I guarantee he's winning Super Bowls. And yes, I said Super Bowls, as in plural. Joseph Marshall says, I can shoot, don't mean I'll hit. Well, then I can't make you look like anything. Dwayne says, Jay Marshall, where would I be without your commentary? Absolutely.
Features none other than the omnipresent Andre Drummond everywhere, helping out, anchoring the middle, block shots, deflections, moving his feet, doing it without fouling. He has had an excellent defensive
And I'm going to tell you this right now.
Andre.
If Andre Drummond plays like this for 82 games, tonight. He's going to be your defensive player of the year.
He paid big dividends for the Pistons against the Pacers last season with his numbers. Pacers go to the paint. Turner sends it and scores it. Pacers are within 1.
And it appears as though Nick McMillan, at least in the early going, likes one of his big men out there on the floor at a time. Because it was Sabonis, and he was effective. Now Turner's out there. Sabonis sits.
Assistant General Manager Malik Rose joining us here courtside. And
all right, Bruce Brown,
as
let's
a big
go.
guy and a big winner in your time on the court, I know it's been fun in the offseason.
Well, you didn't have a lot
put
of money to
spend,
the
but
Browns,
you did a very
Bears,
nice job,
Oakland. You're right, absolutely.
Thank you. Staff worked really hard, man. We're really proud with the additions we were able to make, and God,
Andre's game tonight. Absolutely, me too.
Excited for the season.
You know, he looks engaged, and that was one of his biggest knocks.
Tonight, for instance.
Yeah.
You knew there were going to be some games Blake Griffin wasn't going to play anyway.
100%. That's one of the reasons we were so excited to get a guy with, like Markieff Morris. Been a starter the majority of his career. Battled a little bit of injury last year, but the last time he was a full-time starter, he averaged about 15 and 8, and he's really going to as Blake continues to,
who seems to be ubiquitous out there defensively for sure.
Man, one of the biggest things, everybody in our front office always talks about with Andre is, it's kind of like a forgotten skill. And I think one of his best abilities is his availability. Like, Dre is always there, and I'm not just talking in games. Like practice, he practices every day, and he's in the greatest shape he's been in his career this year. You look at him, his body looks lean and fit, and you can see he ended the season ready with the way he's been playing tonight.
Hey man, he's spreading the love, man. I appreciate Dwayne.
Really take great pride in their availability.
Yeah, I mean, Dre, I don't want to, jinx it, but he doesn't miss any time. And that's not a knock on anybody by any stretch. But, Dre brings a lot of positives to our Pistons team. But one of the things I kind of want to always point out is something that goes unnoticed, and that's his availability. He shows up all the time.
On cue, last 2 Piston hoops. Off-season acquisitions, Derrick Rose and Markieff Morris.
Man, that ball hit every inch of that rim.
Derrick again.
Wow.
That's the vintage Derrick Rose right there.
He's as elusive as he has been. I mean, the way he's jitterbugging out there on the floor with the basketball, nobody can guard him. No one can stay in front of him. Fun to watch.
11 points in 8 minutes. Lamb with a shot. He misses.
All right, let's go.
Don Maker resting Andre has the rebound. Gray's coming back. Markieff Morris in the post.
All right, let's go.
Turnaround, Glasser goes, and the Pistons are up 6.
Malik, I think I'm sensing a pattern here, and the heavy minutes tonight are going to Andre Drummond.
No, he
He's
didn't throw.
coming out for like
It wasn't that year. I think it was
right back in there to keep this solidifier out there.
when he had
He's the guy
8
that's gonna
comebacks.
the minutes now.
When we were down, we won 8 games off of.
The beauty of Andre. I mean, he's a 7-8 year vet or whatever, but he's only 26 years old. So he's one of the few guys, you know, in the NBA, I would say, has an Iron Man season. I mean, the guy is just a physical specimen and he's ready to go.
Yeah, it's interesting watching Coach Dwayne Casey move his chess pieces. You know, get him in, leave it, get him out, get a minute break, make the most of it, get right back in there.
Absolutely.
Shot by Markieff Morris pops out in the scramble for the rebound.
That was in
Ben Taylor blows
2016.
the
He
whistle
won
on the Pistons.
Comeback Player of the Year, where he had 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. Dwayne says, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Absolutely. One Pride 40 says, I'm excited to see more Killebrew in his natural position. Yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to see, like, the secondary right now. Because, yeah, I do have a little bit of question, but I know the type of guys that they have. One Pride 40 says, you sure it isn't 2011? I am 110% positive. You know, like I said, I have a couple of question marks, but overall I don't. I just want to see if they can actually really go out there and execute it. You know, I'm not mad that we traded Quandre Diggs as far as, you know, like, okay, yeah, we lost a starter. But we got guys that could take that spot and, you know, we can rotate and things like that. You know, where I was mad at the whole entire thing was, you know, us having to give up Quandre Diggs and a 7th round pick for a 5th. Like, that don't make sense to me. What do you call it? The New England Patriots gave up a 2nd for a 30-year-old Mohamed Sanu. Josemar says, when I come here, everyone knows my name, LOL. Dwayne Boatwright says,
My legal genius.
and Joseph, you're part of the reason I come
Derrick
here.
Rose in a Piston uniform, Malik.
Yeah,
Joe
Greg
Sparks
talked about it a
says,
second ago.
me and
The
the
shiftiness
people
of Derrick
that
Rose.
he's
Saw some
more
of the
than
shiftiness
six
right there,
emojis
him
in
turning the corner. And
sentence,
Derrick's been
Dreamland.
great for us so far to start the season. And one of the things we're looking for him to do is not only anchor our second unit, but help us with our paint
No, his
scoring.
comeback,
He's very good at
comeback
getting
of the
into
year
paint and
award
scoring
was,
for himself
what do
and
you call it?
finding others.
Was
We're going to depend on
2016.
him to do that a lot this year.
You know, when you talk about guards scoring in the paint, my mind goes immediately to one of your former teammates, Tony Parker. Who lived in
James
the
Will
paint
says
as a
something
guard.
Yeah, I mean, he might get
Something
called for 3
awesome better
seconds
happen
in his bed tonight
from
or
all
whatever.
the
He lived in paint
twins
so much.
screwing around.
Derrick, man, I mean, he's
Yeah.
still in, you know, the prime of his career. He still has a lot of his
One
shiftiness
Pride 40 says
and
he was in
explosiveness and
MVP
quickness.
talks in
It's been on
2016.
display here in the
Absolutely.
first half tonight.
He was in MVP
Miles
talks
Turner
and in,
misses from
well, he was the
distance.
dark horse.
For Indiana, Derrick Rose has
No,
the
he was
rock.
a
4 minutes till halftime.
that 5,000-yard
And the Pistons are up 6.
season. He was
Andre just
dark
knocked
horse
off
for
his 10th
MVP.
rebound. So he has the first half double-double, 10 and 10.
I know. I looked it up.
Markieff Morris off iron. T.J. McConnell with the rebound.
Underrated pickup right there.
Yeah. I bet he
By the
plays a bunch.
Pacers.
Just took it end to end to make it a 4-point game.
Leader, good locker room guy, great attitude, and he can play. I don't know how much time he's going to get, especially when Oladipo comes back, but he's a great guy to have on your roster.
Bruce Brown. Tried to lob it inside for Dre. Batted around. Brogdon has it. Brogdon to the basket. Wild shot, no. Tapped up and in by Warren. 46-44. Derrick Rose rises and guns it down.
Man, oh man, he is so impressive. This is a good game, folks. Up and down. Two teams battling.
Andre with a block on Brogdon. Markieff Morris to Bruce Brown, ahead to Derrick Rose. Lays it off inside, and Bruce able to score.
How in the world
on a sweet feed from
can
Derrick
he have
Rose?
won it in 2011?
A little more of the growth we've seen
When he
with
had
Bruce Brown this
NFL
year.
record,
He's really done a great job this summer improving his
comeback
ball handling skills and
in
finishing
the fourth
inside.
quarter.
He finished over one of the best shot blockers
But
in the league right there.
according to NFL.com,
Miles Turner showing his
One Pride
range.
40 is dead spot on correct.
Block shots and make
So I
threes.
am we thought wrong, and One Pride 40, you are
They're hoping the best is yet
110%
to come for
correct.
Miles Turner. It's now a 3-point Piston lead. 2 minutes till halftime. Tony Snell against Warren. Andre screens for Derrick Rose, gets it back inside.
Ooh,
Turner took
that was
care
a
of
bad block.
Scramble on the other end.
Get on the floor.
Ball's on
What are
the
you
deck.
guys doing?
Pacers
See?
inside for Sabonis and a score. 1-point game.
All right, settle it down.
To play in the half.
Surprisingly, the Pistons haven't trailed in this game. They've had a largest lead of 8, but they can't really get away. The Pacers keep spurting to get themselves back in it.
Andre against Miles Turner. Whistle and a foul. It's on Turner. Talking about Bruce Brown, who scored a moment ago. He had a great summer, didn't he?
Yes, that's some of the things we were looking for with Bruce, just to continue to work. He's one of the best workers on the team.
He has
He's in
1.40. I
phenomenal shape.
could have
He lives
sworn
in
it
shape,
was
but we wanted him
2016,
to
but
improve
I
his
am
point
I
guard
am
play
wrong.
and his finishing at the basket. He's done both of those things, and next up is to show the improvements
Told
in his
you he was
outside shot.
in MVP
once
talks
he
in
does that,
2016
we're really
before he
gonna,
broke his finger.
have something to prove.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I remember that. But I thought
Derrick
with the
Rose
8
floating
comebacks,
down,
in the fourth quarter, I thought he would have won comeback player of the year as well.
Bothered right now. He's doing whatever he wants, and it doesn't matter who's guarding him.
But I was wrong.
Malcolm Brogdon with the gun on the run. It goes.
And
Indiana's
trust me,
within
I
one.
definitely
They've never
agree with
led.
what do you call
A
it?
minute to play
NFL
in the
Network.
Andre shovels to Luke Kennard. Turns, fires, it won't fall. Drake tries
I
to
can't
catch it,
argue
goes to
NFL
Bonus with a
Network.
rebound. TJ McConnell to forecourt. McConnell to the rim. No.
What in the world?
Flush on the
Where's the
follow.
defense on that nasty stuff?
That's the first lead of the ball game
Ooh. Come on now.
on the Turner hoop for the Pacers.
That was McConnell's penetration that caused that. Andre had to go after him. Wasn't available to block out
All right,
Turner
guys.
afterwards.
Shot clock running out.
Von Maker's like
It's
wide
a
open
one.
when Derrick Rose gets the ball. But nice job.
Tony Snell with a long deuce bails the Pistons out, and they go back up by 1. 10 seconds now to play in the half. Up and go by Brogdon, and a whistle with 3.7 to play in the half. Foul's called on Thon Maker. Our Ram halftime report coming up next with Dickie York, Grant Long, and Tim McCormick. Talking a bunch about Andre's start on offense and also what Derrick Rose was able to do. All at the Ram desk at the break. Brogdon at the line has just tied the score. We got Assistant General Manager Malik Rose with us here courtside as we talk about the newer Pistons who have made a difference tonight. Markieff Morris playing like a starter that he has been, and Derrick Rose playing like the MVP that he has been.
Absolutely, man. We're very, very fortunate to have both those guys. Going to lean on them a lot.
Just under 4 seconds to play in the half. Pistons now down 1. Andre batted away by Turner before he could get a shot.
Drummond was trying to shoot that 3.
And it's halftime in Indianapolis. Thanks, Malik, for your insight. Great
All right,
to have
we're
you with
down
us.
one at
Thanks
half.
for having me. Yes, indeed.
But all right, you guys, I am gonna go and quickly get something to drink and maybe a quick little snack, and I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I am back. What's going on, Munchy Crunchy? How won that game? Um, what do you call it? I mean, we're doing pretty good. We're shooting 54%. We're shooting 30% from the threes, 70% from the free throws. We are winning the boards, tied in the assists, and we're taking care of the ball. I mean, we were a little sloppy to end the quarters, both at the end of the first quarter and the second quarter. But overall, I like the intensity that we're playing with, and I definitely like how we're actually engaged. Munchie says, "I hope the Pistons win." Absolutely, I do too. I think if we get a good, nice, strong start while Blake Griffin is out for at least the first 5 games, I think that'll do a lot for our morale. Then when we get him back, we kind of slowly incorporate him, and we can really pull off some good wins. Derrick Rose could wind up carrying this team, says James Willis. I mean, he very well could, especially with that second unit. Munchie says, I took the Pacers on my bet. Hey, I'm not mad at that. Um, from a overall team standpoint, yeah, that's a smart bet. Um, and then until the Detroit Pistons can prove it, I would do the same as well. James Will says, seeing Derek play well will improve everybody's game. Absolutely, it will. Dwayne says, I don't know why don't get the respect you deserve. He can win a championship, and I think he still be underrated. Are you talking about Derrick Rose, Dwayne? Munchie says, how about them first place Toronto Raptors? Hey, shout out to Pascal Siakam and Fred Van Vliet. They scored together 68 points. Oh man, I do remember when Derrick Rose was a Bull. That team was so talented. But once again, that was being a bad in a bad era. Uh, when you had Kobe still playing, you had LeBron playing, you had Tim Duncan playing. I mean, the the cars were stacked. You also kind of had the going to work Pistons, although that was at the tail end. Yeah, Munchie, it is halftime. After these last set of commercials, it'll be back on. Joseph Marshall, I am not even gonna read those 2 comments because it reminds me of the Cubs. The Cubs are I'm not gonna read that. Okay, how is this one? The Cubs. That's my MLB team. Hey, I mean, I'm still go Tigers, but man, we got the number 1 overall pick. James Willis says Rasheed Wallace was a beast for Detroit. Absolutely, I love that. I loved him ever since he was in North Carolina. I followed him all throughout there. Followed him throughout Portland. And the one day he was with the Hawks, and then when he was with the Pistons, oh man, that was a missing piece. Absolutely, man, ain't nobody, and I repeat, nobody could guard Rasheed Wallace when he threw his headband to the bench or wherever after he gets attacked. And we kept feeding him down low. Nobody could stop him. He straight out disrespected Slava Medvedenko in the NBA Finals. Hey, I ain't mad at you, Munchie. The Cowboys, what do you call it? They're in first place, man. And what do you call it?
Underscore.
And they also
a lot of action both ways. Both teams sort of
they're taking care of business.
Thing. But I've had a lot of fun.
I don't like your quarterback at all, but you know your run game is far better than I expected. And what in the world is going on?
The Pistons. Here he is. A lot of action to start.
All right, hold on.
With Evan flowing with this thing. But I've had a lot of fun
Sorry
watching
about that,
Derrick
everybody.
Rose in his first game as a Piston. Here he is, a lot of action to start this play, but he's going to come set a screen
James
here.
Willis says, I love the knowledge of the game.
He is not going to get
appreciate
contained
that.
here. Derrick Rose is going to be able to isolate on him and then use that quickness, that acceleration that I talked about to go by him. Not going to get his shot blocked. He's going to finish at the hole. He had a lot of that type of activity.
His three-pointers.
That's what
hey, but real talk.
To my Taco Bell take.
Real talk.
And, you know, the great
Shaq can hit them threes.
Great Aretha Franklin used to sing this song, A Rose is Still a Rose. There's no bloom off this rose that we can tell.
That rose is still a rose.
That rose is still a rose.
He helped Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls win 62 games in the 2010-2011 season when he was the MVP. Pistons lucky to have him.
No, I'm saying if you watch Shaq now shoot threes,
it's hard to imagine
while he's retired,
when he played
that
again
boy can hit some threes.
Minnesota started his great comeback.
Yep.
And it's still rolling.
You let him open up the game with the second half with three.
For Brogdon, and he has a dozen. And the Pacers now have their biggest lead. They're up 4.
You think? Who do you think was
Reggie
a better
Jackson
team,
against
the Bad
Malcolm
Boys
Brogdon.
or the 2004
Andre
Pistons?
with the screen gets the bounce
Ooh,
back.
that's a good question, James.
Goes for Dre.
That was a difficult shot with his back to the basket. Had to use a little English off the glass, but got it to go. Pick and roll
Man, that's a
basketball
hard question
by
to
Reggie
answer.
Jackson and Andre.
12 points, 11 rebounds for Dre.
I'm going to have to give it to the two-time
Warren
champs,
steps back, sends it,
the Bad
can't score
Boys.
it. Andre with rebound number 12. Pistons trail by 2. Second minute, second half in Indianapolis. Markieff Morris with a long
All right, let's go, Markieff.
You know, I think that Markieff Morris can put more pressure on.
And the only reason why I say
He's
the
trying to
two-time
guard him
champs
as
is
a four.
just due
Sabonis
to
is used
that.
to guarding centers, not
You know,
not power forwards.
the Bad Boys,
I put pressure
you know,
on him to see if he can
won
guard.
2 in a row. And,
Pistons
you
have
know,
the lead back, and now Andre has the ball.
and, you know, they should care of
After a
business.
breakdown on the Pacer possession, and we got a
Ted
whistle.
Chaney says,
and
no
an
doubt the
Indiana foul.
Pistons, or the Bad Boys.
So, George, I know in your league, shots from way, way, way deep would count for 4. Shots in my league would maybe get a little degree of difficulty consideration.
And there, it'd be right up there, wouldn't it?
That would be right there.
Maybe you get at least 3 for that one instead of 2.
All right, there we go, Dre.
And Horse.
Let's go, Dre.
Watch this, off the iron, off the glass, and
Andre's,
down and through.
He's getting a kind roll
13 and 13 with 3 blocks for Andre Drummond. That is
13
awesome.
rebounds.
Oh, yeah,
Andre
made them
connects.
both. Let's go.
And the Pistons are up 61-58.
Yeah, I agree, Ted.
7 straight Piston
Bad Boy
points.
should have had 3 or 4.
T.J. Warren, pocket pick by Dre.
Jump ball, jump ball, jump ball, jump ball, come on!
Andre. They didn't call
That's
it
a jump ball!
Perhaps they should
How
have.
long do you got to hold the ball for it to be a jump ball?
They're going to give Indiana a timeout.
Oh, come
You're
on.
right, Gregory. We'll take a timeout. 10-9.
Well, how do you feel about Adrian Dantley getting traded right before the Pistons championship run? Man, that had to have hurt. You know, I was born in '87, so I don't remember a whole lot as far as like the raw emotion and things like that. But I am a student of the game, so I do look back in history and watch different things and aspects of the game. You know, and if I was him, man, I would be so sick to my stomach. What's going on, Cupcake? They say Turner for Defensive Player of the Year. I appreciate you stopping in. I am a Detroit Pistons fan, so I will say Andre Drummond for Defensive Player of the Year. But no, hey, you know, I wish you guys well. I know you guys are my arch rival as well as I'm your guys' arch rival. But, you know, hey, I'm loving what I'm seeing from both teams. You know, you cannot take a playoff or a quarter off because either teams, the way that they're playing, are going to make you pay. James says they traded Dantley for the Mavs for Mark Aguirre. Yeah, I do remember that trade. And man, I know Mark's like, yeah, I got me a ring. Bunch says they say Mike Jackson was the best even name shoes after him. I'm not understanding what you mean, Munchie. You mean Michael Jordan? Oh, absolutely, Cupcake. They say, I hope the Pistons do well, too. We are two of the biggest underrated teams in the league. Absolutely. Joseph Marshall says, what you talking about, Munchie?
Caliber player, and certainly they'll be hopeful to get him back sooner than later.
They have 75 games last year. Led him in scoring in
says,
48
I love both
of those
eras
75,
of
John.
We are going to
And just two made three-pointers away from being the Pistons' all-time leader in 4 seasons.
You know, Big Shot Bob,
Allen Houston
Robert
hung on
Horry
the lead.
hurt us big time.
Markieff Morris with the drive after the pump fake. And he is fouled. It's on Sabonis. Just his first.
Remember what we said.
Munchie says maybe I learning basketball. Well, you come to a great channel.
On you as a power forward, if you're Markieff Morris, put it on the floor, take it somewhere. Let's see if he's able to move his feet and stay with you and do it without fouling.
First free throw won't fall. Opening nights tomorrow. The Pistons home opener against the Atlanta Hawks at 7 at Little Caesars Arena. The journey begins here. Don't you miss a minute of all the opening night excitement. Tickets on sale at Pistons.com or at 313 Pistons.
Where the Bulls knocked off the Pistons,
Now
and shoved
left.
Pippen out of bounds.
Make sure you get there.
When he was in the air.
Markieff able to split the pass. He scored in the second. Malcolm Brogdon sets up Miles Turner.
Wasn't that the walk-off game where they walked off just before the fourth quarter buzzer horn?
With a gun and won't go. Andre with another rebound. He now has 14 points,
and then the
14
birth of Jordan
boards.
pretty much came to existence.
On the deck and driving. And he hits it.
Wow. He has by far logged the most minutes.
Guard-type drive right there.
He's logged the most minutes of any Piston tonight, and he looks as fresh as he could be out there.
Miles Turner doing what he does best.
I can't believe Miles Turner just hit that three.
With a triple. Pistons
I
up
mean,
one.
just like
heck of a ball game.
Drained it like so well. I was like, oh, wait, you got to guard him.
Only 2 games last night. Raptors got their rings and got by New Orleans in overtime, and the Clippers pulled away late against the Lakers. Everybody else getting busy tonight, or almost everybody else.
What's going on, Detroit Legends Sportscast? What's going on, Willie Kennedy? Appreciate you coming in, brother.
Brown. There's Victor Oladipo. Like Blake Griffin, not in action tonight. Tapped by Sabonis. Just signed a nice contract in the last week.
And things aren't working out too badly with him and Turner out there on the
floor.
Oh,
absolutely,
James. The Pistons, you got to block.
You don't know how good Greg Kelser was. Magic got the glory, but Special K was the scorer. Absolutely.
Got it to go.
I actually met Greg Kelser. I was working at a dealership. And he came in, got his vehicle serviced, and I actually got to, talk to him and
that's a good idea. Didn't do enough of it in the first
and enjoy some good basketball talk with him.
Have to play both ends of the floor now.
A couple of quick fouls, the first 2.
Very, very good person, man. I wish Special K nothing but the best.
Son of Arvidas. Markieff for the drive. Somehow the shot wouldn't fall. Sabonis boards it.
I don't know how we're missing layups. That's shocking. It's layups. It's the easiest shot in the book.
For the Pacers, but Warren misses. Sabonis captures the rebound inside clock at 10. Brogdon with the drive.
Come on.
Tried to dish it to
yeah, I know
Sabonis.
they're going to call it.
We get a whistle and a Piston foul.
Sorry. I tell you what, I'm loving this defensive intensity.
Sabonis coming down the middle, inside against the Pistons, gets another
just
offensive
gotta
rebound.
Be a little bit smarter.
But again, you got to find this big guy. He's always lurking, looming, and can be a very big threat for them on the offensive window.
Yeah, if Sabonis got that, it would have been an easy dunk. What?
Brogdon hits the floor on the drive.
Now they're going to start to call it the ticky-tack.
Foul number 3.
It's all right. Got to play through it. Come on.
Now, this becomes an issue because you see the pattern tonight. They want him out there, asking him to play large minutes, and he's done well tonight. Fouls could be the only thing that could stop him.
Pistons' upcoming schedule brought to you by our friends at Belfour Property Restoration. Opening night tomorrow night against the Hawks. Sixers.
Much you have to say go Saturday. Pacers when you just said I hope the Pistons win.
Pacers Monday at Toronto next Wednesday.
It's a pretty daunting 4-game
start, isn't it? A lot of games against good teams. One free throw goes.
Theodis Wheeler, I cannot show the game due to copyright. The best I can do is give the game audio. So I'm terribly sorry that I can't show the game. I wish I could because I would love to. But, due to the copyright issues, I can't.
We're calling Sabonis' name a lot here in this third quarter, and a lot of it has to do with his offensive presence on the glass.
Fouls on Bruce Brown.
Willie says, oh yeah, see the Pistons looking good in year 2. Absolutely. Drummond's playing out of his mind.
I talked about
he already has 16 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks.
Last week. And it wasn't because they wanted to trade him.
Has been playing very engaged.
Of losing him to free agency, getting nothing for him. But in deciding to stay here and sign,
Seku's like buried on the depth chart right now.
So he is in that starting lineup.
But I hope he gets his opportunity. But if it's a tight game like this, we won't see him play.
In this day, when the league is getting
now we might see him play a little bit more tomorrow, due to it being a back-to-back game.
Tony Snell stops, fires no.
Get it.
Sabonis with a rebound.
Very important stage for the Pistons with Andre out of the
game. He already has a double-double, James. He has 16 and 14.
Warren on the perimeter coaxes Reggie Jackson into a foul.
Cupcake says, what do you think about the Jaylen Brown extension? I mean, it's a good extension.
Tony Snell, that's his third.
I don't know the full details of the dollar amount.
He comes out in
but,
favor
I mean,
of Luke
he's
Kennard.
a young player, and, you know, he's a good shooting guard. So, I mean, I like it.
With a jab step. Backs in. Ball knocked out of bounds. 6 on the shot clock.
Good active hands. Those two guys conversing about it.
Wait, Munchie, the Pats made a trade today as well?
Markieff Morris, that is.
Great competition between two pros right there. Pacers inbound. Turner to the basket. Whistle and a foul. Reggie Jackson called for the foul. Let's check in now with Johnny Kane.
Well, George, I want to say happy anniversary to you. Today marks the 43rd anniversary of your first game doing play-by-play for the Pistons, going back to October 23rd, 1976. You recall? Cobo Arena.
Oh, I do.
Pistons Bullets.
Hey, shout out to George Blaha, man.
Playing for Washington.
That's right.
The beginning of the game, Bob Lanier and Wes Unseld walked out for the opening tip, and he knew it was a man's league. In fact, a grown man's league.
And it was. And, of course, Bing would go on to become your broadcast partner doing color commentary. So happy anniversary, George.
Thank you so much.
Tell the rest of that story.
Well,
you got lost on your way home that night.
I was so excited about doing the ball game that in driving back to the Lansing area where I lived, I forgot where I was going. I ended up in Grosse Pointe. Not a bad place to be, but that wasn't home.
Yeah, add another 40 minutes to that trip.
What a great night, and it's been a wonderful ride. And when guys like Bob Lanier end up being your friends, along with Dave Bing,
Joseph, don't get your hopes up.
Partner Gregory Kelser.
That's one team. Do not get your hopes up. The 49ers are for real this year.
Probably be second and maybe even third from Bob and Dave if I said, George, it's mutual.
Oh, that's so nice of you, Gregory. Games like this make it very, very worthwhile. Tell you what, Jeremy Lamb has not been Jeremy Lamb tonight. And it's probably good news for the Pistons.
Dwayne says, I'm hoping Reggie Jackson has a very good year. Absolutely. I mean, he deserves
you may
it.
remember with Charlotte last year, one of his
because us fans, we've been very hard on him, myself included.
Pistons will take a timeout. Dwayne Casey.
All right, you guys, I got a special guest right now. My little one wants to say hi. Come on. Go ahead, say hi.
Hi.
Say Detroit basketball.
No.
What, can you at least say go Pistons?
Fine. Go Pistons.
Hey, man, that ain't no child abuse. Gotta represent the home squad. Margie says, I hope the Toronto Raptors won the big game. I mean, they won yesterday. If that's a big game, they 1-0. Cupcake says the extension is $115 million for Jaylen Brown. The Pacers got the bonus for $78 million for 4 years. Wow, that's a huge difference. I mean, the Pacers kind of I mean, I don't know. I kind of like that Sabonis deal better then, because Sabonis, that actually will save you a lot of money in 4 years, you know, to where they can actually build upon that. You know, where the Celtics gave up 115. And, you know, they got to make, like, they put themselves where they have to make good moves. Derrick Rose, 5 for 5. Yes, sir.
A great basketball game here in the opener, George.
Sure do. By the way, that first game that I broadcast, the Washington Bullets came from behind to beat the Pistons 98-97. But the great Bob Lanier was great that night. 23, 10 boards, 6 assists. And Dave Bing playing against his former team had 17 points and 10 assists for Washington.
I guess that would
Dwayne Boatwright says, I'll tell you, big ups to Kawhi Leonard for the season opener last night. Absolutely. They beat the Los Angeles Lakers.
Eerie feeling. Foul on Warren. Halfway through the third, Pistons suddenly find themselves down 7. Don Maker wide open, fires, it won't fall. Malcolm Brogdon looking way up for Sabonis. Missed the shot, drew the contact, and the foul.
Foul was on the ground, though. Yeah, Munchie, you guys better not pay him $40 million a year.
On that outside shot because
you will have quickly have buyer's remorse.
Have been challenging him.
I mean, put him on like a $25, $30 million deal.
He's going to have to start making it.
And, you know, where even if he struggles,
over in Milwaukee, torched the Pistons
it's not devastating.
Yeah.
You know, you pay a man $40 million and he struggles.
Sabonis.
You're going to go ball quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Game, 16 points, 12 rebounds. Andre for the Pistons, 16 points, 15 rebounds. Derrick Rose on the court for the Pistons. Works that dribble to the paint.
Oh, come on, D. Rose.
On the dish for Luke Kennard.
He thought Luke was going to come up. He didn't.
It's 73-64.
Ball just goes right out of bounds.
The Pistons are down 9.
Still a lot of time left on the game, so
they led by 8 late in the first.
Yep, travel.
On Miles Turner.
Let's go.
He's done that a couple of times in this game. Just a little anxious to show and go without putting the ball on the floor. So the Pistons catch a break, get it back, and avoid the possibility of a double-digit deficit.
Exactly. Just over 5.5 to play in the third. Derrick Rose against Malcolm Brogdon.
Just as Marshall says, never teach your kids to stay away from bad things.
Galloway. Now Luke Kennard will work against Warren.
The Detroit Pistons are not bad things.
Fires off the heel. Rebound off the deck to Indiana. Miles Turner whips it to T.J. Warren. Warren with a screen and roll with Sabonis.
Oh, yeah.
Sabonis out of real estate. And turned it over.
That was very good help provided by Luke Kennard. Sabonis, no man's land underneath, behind the backboard. Couldn't pass out of trouble.
Okay, I was about to say, wait.
Happen with this help side
Don't
defense.
tell me they, what do you call it?
5 minutes left in the third. Pistons inside the Dre. Pass got away.
Wow.
Just at an inopportune
time. All right, Dre,
That's
settle down. You already got one tech.
Turnovers. Indiana has 9. Just under 5 to play in the third.
Dwayne says Kyle Lowry is also looking good in Toronto. Absolutely he is. I had my doubts about him, but he's definitely proven me wrong.
Derrick Rose, stop and go to the rim, lays it up, lays it in, count that baby, and a foul. Big play by Derrick Rose, and the Pistons needed that, Gregory.
And to change the speed here, now he explodes into the middle, protects it well, finishes it with his offhand, absorbs some contact, and a much-needed three-point opportunity. I'm telling you, folks, this guy takes it to the basket and is able to finish with the best of them.
Derrick Rose with 17 points. off the
First
bench.
Pistons field goal in 5 minutes.
He's the Pistons' leading scorer.
And he strikes from the stripe. Warren's foul, his
All right, guys,
second.
down 6. Let's play some defense.
And now the Pistons are within 6. Don't let him get
Okay,
started.
well, down 8.
Jeremy Lamb with a jumper. 75-67 Indiana. Andre, backdoor dish for Luke Kennard. Kick ball on Indiana. Tony Snell's coming back. Edmund Sumner for Lamb for the Pacers. Andre will
Mike
get a
says
brief
Pacers
rest.
are winning. Yeehaw.
And they have been briefed tonight. All of his
Just Mark says the Pacers would be winning if this was golf.
Luke Kennard guarded by Warren. Derrick Rose with a screen
Mike
from
says
Thon Maker. Tony
Black
Snell's
Page
open and he
Production
gets
told
it.
me to take the
Good setup
Pacers
there.
on my bet
good
today.
setup by Derrick Rose, aided by a nice screen
Okay.
from Thon Maker to free him.
Pistons are within 5. Just under 4 to play in the third. Malcolm Brogdon got a screen from Turner on the pick and roll. Back to big Miles Turner. For
Don't
a
let him
score,
get the
and
man
he has
once.
drawn
Come on, guys.
contact And a foul.
Play discipline.
But that time after
Thon
setting a
Maker,
nice screen,
man,
you're
you've
gonna
been
get a flare
costing us.
right here. Miles Turner, and this time he put it on the floor. He did not travel with the basketball. Strong at the finish. On Thon Maker, protected it well, and he'll get that three-point opportunity to negate Derrick Rose's opportunity a moment ago.
Justin Holiday
Down 8,
checks
come on.
in for the Pacers.
You got to settle it down, lock in on D.
Turner now has 20 with the free throw. 78-70 Indiana. Derrick Rose for Thon Maker. Clock at 10. He'll step out of the paint.
Somebody's
Luke
open.
Kennard
They trying to
gives it
double
up to
team.
Thon. Clock at 3. Baseline gun goes for Thon Maker.
His opponent that time was the clock. It wasn't Indiana's defense, it was the clock. He knew the clock, and Thon Maker a big basket.
And the Pistons slice it to 6. Brogdon had it batted away on the drive. Foul called on Tony Snell, and that's his 4th.
Thon Maker shot clock under 3, at 2 under, and he's able to knock that big shot down.
Justin Holiday was in the ballgame now.
What's
for
going
Indiana.
on, the Gridiron Blitz? I sure
Split the
will
season
after the
between
game.
The Bulls and Memphis, more in Chicago than Memphis, but he started 77 of 82 games last year. That's a quality guy. They picked up as a free agent signee from Memphis. Free throws go. 80-72 Indiana. Luke Kennard, screen from Maker.
Oh, wide open.
Fires.
Oh, wide open. Oh, wide open for
That's a
3.
triple.
You talk about the changing landscape.
Cool hand,
When you look
Luke.
out there on
Let's
the floor
go.
right now, you got 3 former Milwaukee Bucks, all on a really good team last year playing in this game. Brogdon, you've got Thon Maker, and you've got Tony Snell.
Yeah. Pistons are within 5.
All right, they're striking on Tony Snell.
Derrick Rose with penetration,
This-
still has the handle. Nice bounce to Luke Kennard. Luke whips it to Tony Snell, clocks at 2. Sweet
nice
shot
job.
off the high glass, and he hits it.
This is important because guess what? The Pistons are staying in this game, and Andre is resting. You're going to have a fresh Andre for down the stretch as long as they can stay tight.
Now they're within 3. Brogdon trying to use his body against Derrick Rose. Miles Turner with a rainbow 3. No rebound, Derrick Rose.
Nice miss.
Derrick to forecourt. Works against Malcolm Brogdon. Screen from Maker. Derrick with the shot. Rims out. Tough luck miss there to Turner.
Just Mark says, what if every NFL team went 8-8 in the season, like 8 at
Andre's
home,
coming back with a
8-0
minute
at
40
home,
left in
and
the third.
0-8 on the road?
Brogdon tried
Well,
to
right
dribble
before he said
through
that would be
traffic.
annoying.
Thon Maker called for his
Absolutely,
third
that
foul.
would.
Pistons back home in the Motor City tomorrow night to take on the Atlanta Hawks, the home opener. Tune in beginning at 6 for Pistons Live and all your game coverage and all the goings-on inside Little Caesars Arena. Tomorrow night, the Pistons home opener at 6, right here on Fox Sports Detroit.
Man, I so want to go to that game. Just because it's
Brogdon
Vince Carter's last season.
gets the first free throw. Nails the next. Indiana, 82. The Pistons, 77. A minute and a half to play in the third.
Look at Bob.
Kennard, stop and go to the basket. Whistle and a foul. It's on Detroit.
Brown was open for three.
That's his third.
All right, we got to the free throw line.
Here's Luke Kennard makes his way to the line, George. You know, again, I'm impressed with his.
Much says is everyone
aggressiveness
excited about the
offensively.
Expo. I am.
Desire
I'm
to
kind
put it
of
on the floor and
intrigued to
force
see
people to have to
what
move
it's going to
and guard
bring.
him. He's showing some physicality, bumping people off of him. He's strong with the basketball. It's not easily knocked away. This is the improvement that he's made in his career, though still young.
Joseph
we
Martin
see it
says,
typically
"Oh
here."
crap, who's going to go to Goodell? Who's going to go
Playing
to the
stronger.
playoffs? Who's going to get the first overall
Splits it to
pick? Who
strike.
has home court advantage?"
82 to 78. Indiana by 4. TJ McConnell is checked in
Cupcake
for the
says,
Pacers.
"Have you been
Sabonis
to a Pacers game?
is
If
back.
so, what do you think of the stadium?
Holiday goes inside
If
for
not, would you
Sabonis.
ever go?" I have not been to the
And
Pacers
scored.
Stadium.
Pistons thought he
I have
traveled.
been to the Palace of Auburn Hills when they played the
Langston
Pacers.
Galloway was almost in the right place at the right time.
but I would definitely
he's gotta
go
be
to
able get a bigger
the
strip or
Pacers
at least a
Stadium.
tie-up when that ball comes
You know, as
inside
long
to
as
Sabonis,
the
he's
fans
coming
are,
from
you
the weak
know,
side, blind side.
not too crazy.
Luke
Because I
Kennard,
know
shot clock inside 10.
you don't go to Chicago representing Lions gear.
Against Sumner and Sabonis.
Just not the smartest thing to do.
Maker fires short.
You just wear
TJ McConnell
blue.
to forecourt for Indiana. 40 seconds left in the third.
But
Baseline drive.
because they would literally
and a
boo you
miss
out the stadium.
by Justin Holiday on a jam try. Andre to the basket. Scoops no, but a foul.
Sorry, Dre for two from the free throw line. But yeah, I would definitely go to the Pacers Stadium. You know, I'm hoping once I can hit like, you know, 25, 30,000 subscribers that, you know, I'd be able to legitimately go and travel to every single stadium and do on-site location of every
Gray
single
gets the first free
NBA
throw.
game or, you know,
Pistons tighten it
or
up.
NFL game
84-79.
for the Detroit Pistons and the Detroit Lions. That is definitely one of my goals.
The last 30 seconds with
And,
Andre Drummond.
you know, and I would love to actually do that.
And 4 guards. Dre drains
One
both
prior
free
40 says,
throws.
"Man, I
He
miss
has
Miles
18
Killebrew."
points, 16 rebounds.
He's still on the team, though.
And the Pistons are within 4. Sumner with the shot. Rims off. Sabonis with a rebound. Trying to get it back up.
Yeah, I
Knocked
knew
out of
that's what
bounds
we were
by
saying.
the Pistons.
Yeah, Pacers ball. Let's go. I do watch college
12
football,
on the shot clock for the Pacers.
and I try to watch college
over 16
basketball when
seconds to play in
you know
the
I'm not
third.
working.
TJ McConnell.
You know, I do work
Sabonis
Tuesday
with the
through
screen,
Saturday
gets the bounce.
at a real job, and then I do my
Fires it,
YouTube about 5 to 7 days a
He
week.
has been murdered tonight. 18 points
But I do
out
try to,
20,
you know, keep
and
up with
13
college
rebounds. 5
basketball
seconds
and
to play in
college
the quarter.
football.
Luke Kennard
I'm a
from
big time.
way downtown, he drains it.
Whoa!
He couldn't get it. That was a 6
Cool hand, Luke. Let's go.
He beat the shot clock or the game clock here. in
You
the
know,
third.
my two favorite sports is
Way behind the
basketball and
long line.
football. You know, so I do try to, you know, follow, you know, college football and college basketball as well as pro basketball and pro football. Oh yeah, I mean he plays every game. He's on special teams 1 priority. But I know what you mean. You mean actually play on defense. You said, I need the Pacers to cover on the Pacers. What's the point spread on it that you need covered? Joseph Marshall says, Grid said he wouldn't cheer for my team in the playoffs if the Lions don't make it. What's up with that? No, Joseph Marshall is a diehard Carolina Panthers fan. And he'll be proud to tell you that. Oh, 6.5? Is it an over and under, or they have to win by like 6.5? One Pride 40 says Caldwell didn't use him right. I like him better at a box safety and doesn't have to cover long. Absolutely.
Seven steals for Indiana. And the Pacers, who make a living forcing turnovers, have forced 15 in the ball game.
Hey, Andre's got 4 of those 5 blocks, George, and he has 3 steals. You know, validating what we said earlier, the fact that he's been everywhere.
Domantas Sabonis had 10 for the Pacers in the third. Andre led the Pistons with 8, along with Luke Kennard.
I'm loving the Pistons ball movement.
Call him for a walk.
They've been calling that tonight. That's the same call they've nailed Turner for on 2 occasions. Got to put it down after you do that little stutter. You got to put it down before you lift that pivot foot.
T.J. McConnell.
One Pride 40 says he just covers running back out the backfield, should help him to run D. Absolutely.
From Sabonis, it's called an offensive foul. Stunning Reggie Jackson and knocking him down. Langston Galloway, Reggie, Bruce Brown, and Luke Kennard with Andre for the Pistons.
Munchie says Panthers are going to trade Cam Newton, maybe.
Right to the basket.
I think so.
Rolls his way for a deuce. And the Pistons are within 1. First minute, fourth quarter in Indianapolis. McDermott shot, rims away. Rebound.
Out of bounds. Detroit basketball. Let's go.
And out of bounds. Justin Holiday.
Absolutely. He better not go to the Bears.
Sumner. McConnell.
Otherwise, Joseph Marshall is going to be public enemy number 1. I'm just joking with you. Or am I?
Andre works against the bonus clock at 10. Langston Galloway with a drive. Shot pops out. Langston comes up with a rebound. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. Justin Holiday jarred it loose. .48 to go in the game. Pacers by just 1. They led by 9 in the third after a 13-0 run. McConnell to the basket. Nice looking little reverse by T.J. McConnell. The ex-76er.
Cupcake says, well,
he was a part of the process in
you may like the Pistons, but at least you still hate the Bears. Absolutely.
On the Piston end, we get a whistle.
But no, I mean, hey, I'm cool with a lot of fan bases. Actually, I have friends that are, you know, Packers fans. I have friends that are Bears fans. I have friends that are Vikings fans.
And got those first 2
you know,
now. We're going to be
they're respectful towards me. I'm respectful towards them, and we like to have a little bit of fun. Obviously, there is a lot of talk smacking, but overall, it's all in good fun.
Started by Sabonis. That was a reluctance, or maybe just forgetting to attack him in the first half, not so in the second half. That's why he's sitting right now.
2 free throws for Dre. The Pistons are within 1.
I hope so. It'll do wonders for our morale.
On the perimeter. Sets up Turner for the long gun. It goes. Miles Turner deadly from distance with a big-time rainbow all night long.
See, if Andre can learn that, the sky's going to be the limit for this team.
For Miles Turner.
And I think Drummond's going to be about one. Hit him on his foot.
By Turner.
But, I definitely think about another year or two.
Doing this in the first game of the
Drummond
season,
will definitely have a
4
3-point
blocks
shot.
and 3 steals. Puts Andre in great company. Hakeem Olajuwon, 1 of 3 to do it.
Munchie says only Eagle fans are mean to me.
Reggie Jackson trying to save it.
Well, you guys both go back and forth like viciously.
Out of bounds to Indiana.
Reggie Jackson was trying to.
I think that's the best rivalry in sports is actually the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Gave Indiana enough time to see it, get a hand up deflected, eventually a loose ball over in the corner. And did they make a call as to whose ball it is yet?
I think they called a foul on McConnell finally.
Pistons catch a break there because that was almost a turnover. Instead, they'll get a whole new clock.
Nine and 42 to play.
Langston Cupcake Galloway, says, "What do you think? What do you think will happen with in a Colts playoff run?"
Tony Snell shot
I think maybe about a second or third round. I think they'll be in at least the division, if not the conference game.
And in the face of the league's best shot blocker last year.
The way that they're playing,
Indiana trying to set
without
up with a screen.
Andrew Luck,
but it's an offensive foul on Miles Turner.
I'm rooting for him. I don't root for Eric Ebron, or as I call him, Eric Ebom.
I'm not going to finesse
Mr. Drops a lot.
But
as far as the overall Indianapolis Colts,
we'll go to a timeout.
I definitely root for them. I think they're very, very poised to do something very special. And real talk, if you guys can get rid of Eric Ebron and get somebody else, you guys will be in real good shape. Because that defense, it's young, it's hungry, and it's ready to rock and roll. Offensively, you guys finally got your run game going. You guys got, receivers. You guys got, technically a number 2 quarterback that's playing like a number 1, which that's amazing. Sorry, you guys. I'm just laughing at Munchie and One Pride. One Pride says, are you a Cowboys fan? Munchie says, we fight every day. One Pride 40 says, Munchie, are you a Cowboys fan? Munchie, yes, I am a Cowboys fan. Yeehaw. How about them first place Dallas Cowboys? Yippee. We're going to the Super Bowl, babies. One Pride 40 says, no, you're not. You lost to the Jets. Munchie says, Cowboys lost the game but won the war. DeBruiser, no. Blake Griffin is out. He is out for the first the first 5 games. He has a hamstring injury, and they're taking it very slow on him to make sure he is healthy for the long run instead of, the here and now. Oh, DeBruiser says, LOL, I was just playing.
From deep, he's got 23 points.
Ooh, Miles Turner, 23 and 6. Sabonis got 20 and 13.
Points. They've been a load, but the Pistons have had their dynamic duo as well.
Wow, Drummond 24 and 17.
And Derrick Rose,
he's on pace for a 2020
on 18,
game,
which is what he averaged last year for Minnesota. He's got that right now, so a combined 42 points from those two guys.
Pistons playing without Blake Griffin who missed the first 4 or 5. They check out the left hamstring and sore left.
What's going on, Abdul?
Pistons out of the break, get a block on Andre from Turner, but Gray get it back.
Yes!
Take it back and score it.
And he's demonstrating his whole repertoire tonight. That ball handling ability, he loves every opportunity.
Andre Drummond, 26 and 18.
26 points, 18 rebounds for Dre. McConnell from the lane, misfires.
Make that 19.
Andre dribbles to forecourt.
Why not?
One more rebound for a 2020 game. Oh, he gave it up.
Dre has 8 points here in the fourth.
I guess that's why not. Don't get too happy out there, huh?
Ball's way down there, and McConnell's way down there, too.
Hey, if you're trading Ezekiel Elliott, Munchie, I'll take him. I'll take him here in Detroit.
Indiana, still 8 and 18 to go in the game. Luke Kennard against Justin Holiday, all the way to the rim. Drew a foul.
All right, good job, Luke. Wish it was the and one, but that's all right. Get the 2 points the old-fashioned way from the free throw line.
Justin Holiday.
Here Luke is going right-hand dribble. This is offhand. Brings it back to finish with his left hand, but only after he secures the contact and gets that
Pat
whistle.
Boy says, keep rain Dakota Prescott.
First free throw falls.
And his spelling of rain, one Pride 40, is R-A-Y-N-E.
At the next whistle, Bruce Brown set to check in. Wouldn't shock me if we see Luke again.
Abdul said, thought I said something, worked it out, but it failed.
Getting his first minutes
but it failed through. Oh, man.
Jackson will get a run.
All right. I'll definitely be talking to you. And
very capable point guard.
And you can put him in at any time.
I'll be talking to you after the game.
Luke now with 16, and the Pistons have tied the score. Floating gun won't go for Sumner.
Daryl Callaway says, what's the score? It is 93 all. Well, okay, it is 95-93. Pistons got the 2-point lead with 7:40 left in the game.
Brown came out to help.
Cool hand Luke gave us the lead back. But if you guys are new, I appreciate if you guys would subscribe. I am doing this all season long. I don't know exactly how many games I'll be able to do due to work schedule. I know there will be no Friday games because that is my longest day I have at work. But, you know, I'll be doing quite a few games a week. Abdul, Andre Drummond is about to have a 2020 game. Luke Kennard is balling. Derrick Rose is balling. And everybody else is playing their role. No, it was not Luke Kennard. He is off the bench, the bruiser. But to replace Blake, it was Markieff Morris. One Pride 40. What do you mean? So how much you want for LVE?
Double figures. That's Luke, Rose, and Andre. But I love the balance. 9 have scored. They're shooting 54% from the field. This is the time you got to finish, and Andre's been amazing, electrifying so far.
Yeah, he's been spectacular. I can't wait to tell you of what I saw tonight and what he can replicate tomorrow's basketball game when they open up at Little Caesars Arena.
And if the Pistons are able to win this game, we'll look back at one of the key stretches for them in this game. We'll get Coach Casey's comments after this one, taken to the locker room as well to hear what the players have to say following the season opener after the game on Pistons Live. But first, back to George and Greg in Indianapolis.
And definitely stay for after the game. We're going to definitely talk a little bit of Pistons about this game.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I'll bring in, the coach's perspective and things like that.
Luke Kennard out there, I agree with the decision. But it is a defensively slanted.
I feel you, the bruiser. I want Luke to start as well.
And Bruce Brown.
And a bump called on
man, he is balling.
In a collision with Turner.
Careful,
and
big
Dre
fella.
now has 4 fouls with still 7:28 to play.
Careful, big fella. Can't have the ill-advised contact out there. They need you too much out there on the floor. You got to stay available. Andre Drummond.
Thought he was moving his feet enough. Brogdon. Andre goes for the block.
Are you kidding me? They better not call that Andre.
Whistle and a foul. It's on Luke Kennard.
Okay, because I was about to say two that quick.
On that one.
Yeah.
At the line is Brogdon. The Pistons have 10 game plans on sale now. They have 3 to choose from, including a big game, weekend, or weekday option. There's certainly got to be a plan tailored for you. For ticket info, call 313-PISTONS or visit pistons.com.
Pistons perimeter defenders, George, they got to help Andre. They got to protect and not give up drives so that he doesn't have to come over, leaving his guy to help.
Brogdon ties the score. He has 19, 10 for 11 from the line. Frazier in the paint.
Ted says, thanks, Trox. That was a long drive.
Brogdon
made it home safe. Hey, that's what's up. And guess what? You come home and it's 95-95 with just under 6 minutes to play.
Courtesy of Sabonis.
So we got ourselves the ball game.
That would be the 5th foul on Sabonis. It almost has to be.
With 1.3 on the clock, no less.
That is 5 on Sabonis. With still 6:58 to go in the game. Pacers' 4th team foul. The Pistons only have 2.
Cupcake says 21 got hit in the face by Brown.
Derrick Rose going to Luke Kennard. Bruce Brown. That man found Maker and Dre on the court. Pistons with a 2-point lead. Just under 7 minutes to play. Malcolm Brogdon with the drive. Sabonis with the deuce, and he draws a foul.
Got a hand one. Chance to take a 1-point lead
Andre
from the free throw line.
has got to go and deal with the drive. We talked about that. But if he goes, someone else that has to drop back, and Derrick Rose was the guy. He almost had that, but you've got to be able to intercept that pass or at least not allow it to be completed in that situation to Sabonis right underneath. If Andre's going to help, somebody's got to help him. Help the helper.
The foul on Derrick Rose, his first. Sabonis strikes from the stripe. 23 points. Sabonis.
Yeah, Sabonis and Turner, 48 together.
Luke Kennard against T.J. Warren. Andre with a nice screen. Luke fires. It's wide. Rebound comes long to Brogdon.
Quit yelling, Luke. Play up D.
T.J. Warren in forecourt.
Yeah, I didn't think Luke Kennard had cleared himself enough to take that shot. That was a tough one. Well guarded.
Cameron says
Brogdon
Pacers big man
weaves
duo
through
looking
traffic.
scary. Absolutely.
This is to Sabonis. Pistons knock it away and out of bounds. 8 on the 24.
Sabonis and Miles Turner, man, they've been doing a lot of damage on us.
Over and deny Sabonis. Andre again with the quick hands to strip. Leaving 8 seconds.
That gets Sabonis out. Tony Snell checks in for Thon Maker for the Pistons. Shot clock at 6. Lamb leans, guns it, goes.
Come on.
He's bumped and fouled. The foul's on Bruce Brown.
Well, the problem here is Bruce is going to find himself trailing. Not a lot there, not a lot, but when there's any contact on a shot, the advantage goes to the shooter, and Lamb gets his 3rd field goal right there and a free throw to boot.
All right, guys, down 4. Come on, we got to play good.
Only 3 for 9 from
Lock
the
them up
floor,
on
including
defense,
that
play
one.
smart on offense.
Warren with a step-in steal, but he lost it back to Derrick Rose. Derrick rises and guns. Rims out. Taps it in.
Nice job, Dre.
Andre with a huge tap.
Got his
Quicker off the
20-20.
floor that time than was Turner.
He has 10 here in the 4th. Brogdon driving, runs out of room. Andre took all the space away. Made a heck of a defensive play. Andre has had a monster game. 28 points, 21 rebounds in 35 minutes and counting.
Bruce says who
5.5
remembers
to
Malice
go.
at the Palace? I do.
Pistons trail by 2. Derrick Rose. Topside Luke Kennard for the long gun. Yes! He hits
Cool
it.
hand Luke for 3.
Cool hand Luke with 18. And the Pistons are up, what, make it 21. .21 points for Luke Kennard. Jeremy Lamb against Bruce Brown. Lamb shot short. Dre with a rebound.
Nice job, Dre.
5 minutes left. The Pistons with a 1-point lead.
Hey, I appreciate you guys subscribing.
Rose against Brogdon. Andre with a screen. Derrick Rose off iron with a short shot. Pulls it down. Dishes to Luke for the long gun.
Oh, he got it. Cool hand, Luke. Come on.
Luke Kennard
has
stretched out the
play good defense. You're only up 4. You're only up 4. Play good defense.
And the Pistons have scored.
Oh, man. Man. Hey, Luke Kennard, man. Coach Casey, get him starting. Get him to start. I'm 110% with the Bruiser. I got to see him start. Munchie says, let's go Pacers. Munchie also says, this is horrible. Cameron says, come on Pacers, don't choke. And I will say this to all the Pacers fans in here. I am a diehard Detroit fan, so I definitely am going to keep it respectful for you guys as well. Definitely ask for the same in return. You know, but we could definitely have some fun.
Andre has 28 points and 22 rebounds.
Robbie, welcome to the chat. He says, let's go D-Rose. Absolutely.
game in a season opener.
Kyle
But
Webb
he's done
says,
it again.
call Luke, cool
The last
Luke.
guy to do it in consecutive season openers, none other than
Absolutely.
Kevin Garnett in 03 and again in 04. Pacers out of a timeout. Jeremy Lamb to the baseline. Flicked away. Shot clock at 6.
I want to point out, not too long ago, Bruce Brown was checking in, coming in for Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard was standing on the free throw line to take a free throw. That's the only reason he stayed in the game. George, he hit his 10 points after that in the fourth.
He will rest now. Brogdon for Sabonis. Almost lost the pass. Gets it back, sends it, and scores it. Wow. Man, he's got skill.
Derrick Rose has 18
Great
points.
Concentration there. As the ball was out of his hands, he had to get it back and shoot it almost in the same motion. No
Wow,
problem.
Sabonis got 25 points and 12 rebounds.
For Domantas Sabonis. And the
Dre
Pistons will
only
take a
2 points
timeout.
away from
4:02
30
to
and
go in the
20.
game. Indiana.
Marcia says, I am new to basketball. I'm just learning because I like to gamble. What's going on, Gridiron? Hey, Gridiron, you're missing a great game, man. It's a great game, man. I mean, Pistons are only up by 2, but hey, we playing a complete game, actually. There is 4 minutes and 2 seconds left. Gridiron says, that's why I'm watching you. Hey, man. I appreciate that. Robbie says, D Rose is clutch. Absolutely.
Opening night for the Pistons on the road.
And I will definitely be doing tomorrow's game against the Atlanta Hawks.
Opening night has been a monster. In fact, the first guy in NBA history with 28, 22, 3 blocks and 3 steals in the first game of the season.
That's Andre Drummond, first player in NBA history with that.
Until the 73-74 season. Nevertheless, that is making some history. Derrick Rose with a drive. Corner feed.
Thon, you were so open.
Indiana down a deuce. Warren to the basket. He's in the air.
And he's going to get called for the foul,
and
too.
He took down Thon Maker. And he may be hurt.
TJ Warren looks hurt. He took a nasty fall.
To the floor at one point of this. Watch this.
And real talk, I hope... Ooh.
Nasty fall.
I hope TJ Warren gets up.
Warren.
I know that's our arch rival, but
Josh
hey,
Corbell, the athletic
I don't
trainer
like injuries to any team.
for the Pacers, out to look.
Scary.
At TJ Warren.
The Jindo brothers, he says, thanks for streaming this, my guy. Absolutely, man. I appreciate you stopping in, man.
First. He avoided that. But this was a very, very difficult landing.
He might actually have a concussion, real talk. Yeah, he hit his head pretty good.
The Pacers in a 3-team trade from Phoenix in the offseason.
Gridiron Blitz says 13 people watching, 8 thumbs up. Get them lights up. I appreciate that, Gridiron Blitz. And you guys, please, if you can, get the lights up. I definitely will appreciate that.
Take a super slow motion look at this dangerous fall by TJ Warren.
That's not good. He's getting helped off.
His head, but then his legs and knees are going to crash to the floor as well, and that is very painful. That, and then here comes the rest of your body. Crash.
Well, that right hip, it's like it took a beating. He's being helped to the Indiana locker room.
Man.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Hey, my prayers up to Indiana Pacers, TJ Warren, man.
All came to Indiana. Bojan Bogdanovic.
That's a tough loss, especially without Victor Oladipo tonight.
Darren Collison and Tyreek Evans have left. Tyreek Evans suspended. Darren Collison retired.
Wow. And you know, all of this, and the Pacers won 48 games last year.
Sure did. Pistons lead them by 2, 3:40 left.
Munchie, I am definitely trying to fix that problem. I got to get a webcam for my new setup.
They're 5
and
on 4 right now. Andre trying to catch up.
But I got to get a desk and a computer chair
Back
first.
to Turner to the basket, blocked by Dre. Off it comes.
All right, Dre, 5 blocks. Let's go.
In Indianapolis.
I'm hoping that the Pistons win. I am a diehard Detroit fan in all 4 major sports.
For Derrick Rose
you know, but most important, I love good games.
Derrick Rose rifles it into the corner.
Yes.
And knocking it down is Tony
Nice job,
Snell.
Tony Snell. That's why we went out and got you.
I'm over here.
And now the Pistons are up 5.
Super job of orchestrating if you're
All right,
Derrick
come on.
Rose.
We got to play good.
Finding the open guy.
About 2.5 minutes of great defense.
For the Pacers, misfires to Bruce Brown. We have 2 and 38
Pistons on 11-2 scoring run with 13+ minutes going by.
Pistons right now on an 11-2 tear. Andre screens for Derrick Rose. Stop and go in the drive. Can't convert.
Come on, D Rose. Let's go. All right, come on. Let's get back on D.
Indiana with 2 and 20
Let's
left.
get back on D.
The Pistons are up 5. Jeremy Lamb.
Who cares?
Dishes
Let's
to
go.
Brogdon.
Ah!
Sabonis from the corner.
Ooh, that was a bad air ball. Sabonis with a bad air ball.
Time, Sabonis sort of got caught in an area where he's not so familiar. But that's because the inside was Turner's. The Pistons were able to take advantage of that, having him take an
Nice
uncomfortable
pick,
shot.
roll. Oh, come on. That was a bad
Andre
catch.
inside in a crowd.
All right, good job, Dre. Still cleaned it up.
The hook, and he hit it.
And Andre Drummond has 30
Pacers
points
into another
and
timeout.
20+ rebounds. That is amazing. With 4 blocks.
This has got to go on.
With 4 blocks, 3 steals, and 4 fouls. Tony Snell with that 3 got himself into double figures, so now we got 4 players in double figures. Drummond 30 and 22. Tony Snell 10 points. Luke Kennard 24 points. And D Rose 18 points, 8 assists. Reggie Jackson only 5 points right now. Technical Jeff says Pacers equal L. Robbie says we got this, absolutely. As long as we continue to play lockdown defense in the final stretches, we definitely would be able to have this. Gridiron Blitz says travel time. Are you gonna live stream tomorrow? Tomorrow I will be on. Around the same time as today, about 6:45. About 6:45 to almost 7. So if you do subscribe, definitely hit that notification bell so when I go live for the Pistons and Hawks, you don't miss out.
Sabonis with a half hook. Andre with
nice
the
job.
rebound.
Give it up, big fella. There you go.
Derrick Rose with a rock.
Run that clock down.
To go
Clock is on your side.
And the Pistons have a 110-103 lead on the road on opening night. Luke Kennard from Derrick Rose.
Oh, yeah. Nice job, Luke Kennard.
Derrick Rose loves playing with Luke Kennard already.
Up 10. Let's go.
What did he say, George? Luke has no idea how good he can be.
How good he is.
And for that,
Indiana needs instant
I appreciate
offense.
that,
Jeremy
Jindo Brothers.
Deuce.
Definitely appreciate that, man.
It's 113-105
with that,
Pistons.
The Detroit Pistons have a better division record than the Detroit Lions, folks.
Luke to forecourt. Sumner all over him. They won't blow the whistle.
I gotta have a little bit of fun with my Lions.
Keep away from Sumner. Good handle by Luke Kennard. Now he's fouled as he starts the drive. Pistons were determined to have the Pacers put Luke Kennard on the free throw line.
Derrick Rose is jumping for joy before that ball ever got in the hoop. He knew that it was going to be good. And how about Reggie Jackson over there cheering them on?
Wow, 27 points
How about
for
Derrick
Cool
Rose?
Hand Luke. He shot 6 for 9.
9 assists
for
in his
3
26
points.
minutes.
Max production from Derrick Rose in about the number
Everyone
of
that
minutes
is
that
new
you
to the
want
chat,
him out
that
there
is
if
my
you're the
guy,
Pistons.
the Gridiron
George,
Blitz.
It's gonna be nice like this when
He
you're gonna be
also
tempted
does
to
live
play
stream
him into the
games
30s,
for
the high
the
30s, but
Detroit Lions,
You know who he looks
and
like?
also
he looks like
if you
Derrick
vote
Rose.
in, he
Yeah.
does
That's who he
Monday
looks
That's
night
what he looks like.
and Sunday night as
That's
well.
a great look.
So definitely go
Luke
ahead,
with
click on his
2
link.
more
He
from the
just dropped a
stripe.
comment, and
He has a
subscribe
career
to
high
him.
now. 29.
All right. First person they
And the
went to go
Pacers are
grab
gonna put Andre
is
on the
Dre.
line.
Hey,
After
this is what Andre
a
Drummond has
long
worked
three
his
for
tail
Brogdon.
off to go do. Is these late game,
45.8
foul him.
seconds left. It's
as
a
long as he hits
7-point
50%
ball game here in
from
Indianapolis.
here on out, it's good. If he makes both, that's even better. Take a deep breath. Focus. Follow through. Got it.
Big time free throw.
By the way, Luke Kennard, George, new career high tonight.
Yeah, 29. Dre gets both free throws.
Dre gets them both.
After they put him on the line. Pistons 117, Pacers
All right, come on.
108.
Come on, lock him up.
42 seconds
Lock him
to
up,
go in the
D-Rose.
game.
Dre, that was your guy.
For a drive and dunk.
That was your guy,
The two
Dre.
won't help much here. 38.3 seconds left. 117 to 110. And Luke Kennard is fouled in backcourt by Jeremy Lamb.
You know, watching the Toronto Raptors last night, and 2 of their guys, Pascal
Kennard has
Siakam
29
and Fred
points?
VanVleet,
Question mark? Wow.
both scored 34
Hey,
points.
he has a chance to.
And if Luke Kennard can knock down 1 free throw tonight, the Pistons will have 2 players over 30 here on opening night. Andre and now Luke Kennard.
Luke Kennard hits the 30-point plateau with that first free throw.
He has had an amazing game, and off the bench, folks.
Nice job,
surpasses
Luke.
his career high previously set in Philadelphia, 28 points. That was on a starting role last year.
He has 30 in 28 minutes. He splits the pair. Indiana calls timeout.
35.3. The Jindo brother says, is there anywhere I can donate to you? Yes, if you click on my description, I have CashApp. You could definitely donate there. And when you do, I will definitely give you a something that I usually do for people that would quote-unquote super chat. So if you do, and I do see it, you know, I'll definitely, I got you on, what do you call it? Here, I'll drop it in my chat in case if you need it. What's going on, Robert Mendoza? He says Pistons dominate. Rose 100. Strength and health. Absolutely.
Tonight would include that guy right there, Derrick Rose. But let's go with Andre. This sort of epitomized his night. No one bigger, badder, stronger. Right over the top of Turner. And then here, Derrick Rose orchestrating as a point guard, going to find Luke Kennard. for an all-important triple in the fourth quarter. Derrick Rose has been sensational. Luke reasons the smile
The
over
Jindu
there.
brothers,
And
we call it. That's
at
my
times,
cash
a
app if
man
you want to
amongst
donate,
boys
brother.
tonight.
I appreciate
That's
that.
the truth.
Xavier
Good shot
Washington
from the
says,
sideline.
dang, I'm late.
Won't go for Justin Holiday.
That's the beauty about
Pistons have the ball.
YouTube. You could
And they're
definitely
going to play keep away here with
go back to the
26.6
beginning and watch the
seconds
stream.
left. And a 118
Appreciate
to
you coming
110
in, though.
lead.
I will be doing
Opening night.
tomorrow's game.
40
Starting
tough
about
minutes for
6:45.
Andre. Bruce Brown drew the foul.
I probably won't go as late as 6:50.
Luke Kennard had
So between
16 in
6:45
the
and
fourth.
6:50, I will be on
Pistons
tomorrow
with a
for the Pistons and the
57 to
Hawks.
16 advantage
First
off the
home
bench.
game of the
And
Detroit
16, all of
Pistons.
them coming after they were about to take him out. Almost about to take him out.
Now it's 119 to 110. Brogdon from distance, way behind the long line, missed it to Langston Galloway. And this was all over in Indianapolis. Pacers made it tough on the Pistons, but the Pistons put the pedal to the metal in the fourth behind Andre and
The
Luke
Pistons
Kennard
are
and
1-0.
Derrick Rose. At one
Hang
point,
on
a
tight.
16-2 run.
I will be doing a
wiped out
quick
a
post-game show.
Pacer-
Robbie says, good game, Pistons. Appreciate that. They definitely played hard. I love what I seen. If we could continue to play like this, 50 wins for the Detroit Pistons is not unthinkable. They could definitely come out and win 50 games this year if we continue to play like that. I'll go over quick little stats real quick. And, hang on tight because I will definitely be doing, when Coach Casey and things like that get on, I'll be, doing that.
Rest for the weary, huh? 41 minutes tonight. How you feeling?
I feel good, man. Like I told you guys earlier this summer, I did a really good job of working on my conditioning. I knew I was going to play a lot of minutes this year. And, it showed. The hard work I put in this summer, it showed. I played a lot of minutes and played, hard all those minutes, too. So, I could have done it without my teammates. They had my back. When I had the stretches, when I, got a little bit tired, they had my back on the defensive end. Offensively, they did a great job of knocking down shots when I set them the screens. Overall, just a great collective night for all of us. Derrick Rose came off the bench and played great. All our guys that came off the bench that gave us minutes played great.
In Blake's absence, and we don't know how long it's going to be, but did you feel like that you were going to have to, I know you said that's why you conditioned yourself, but did you feel like in this game tonight you would have to do more than usual?
No, I just played my game. That was the biggest thing, we talked about, me and the coaching staff in the front office is, I don't have to play outside my game, but if stuff presents itself, like the drives I was making going full court, taking the pressure off our guards to, give them a break and me going coast to coast, finishing plays or starting the offense is all a part of the stuff that I've worked on this summer, and, it showed tonight.
Well, it's like every night you step on the floor, you're setting new records. I'll just mention tonight, first player in franchise history to have 32 points, 23 rebounds in his season opener. But another guy had 30 tonight, that being Luke Kennard. How big was he down the stretch for you guys in particular?
He was great. Like I said, he came in and played his game. He shot the ball with confidence, played his game. Defensively, he played great as well, too. It's a great night for him overall.
1-0 to start the season. How's that sound?
Got to do it again tomorrow.
Hey, sleep fast, man. All right, Andre Drummond, how about it? Big night for him, and obviously they're going to lean on him heavily tomorrow night as well against Atlanta. I'm sure you guys will break that down in studio, and that's where we'll head next. Nick, Grant, Tim.
All right, guys. So Andre Drummond played 41 minutes, as you heard. First player since 1991 when Dennis Rodman to have 32 points and 23 rebounds. He also had 2 assists and 4 blocks. He shot 8 for 10 from the free throw line. So he's shooting 80% right now. Yes, it is only one game from free throw percentage. He had 4 blocks and 3 steals. He also turned the ball over twice. Tony Snell, who was a starter, had 10 points. Bruce Brown played 29 minutes and had 7 points. Markieff Morris, who is replacing Blake Griffin, had played 23 minutes and had 8 points and 4 rebounds. Reggie Jackson played 20 minutes, had 5 points and 5 assists. Off the bench, Luke Kennard had 28 minutes and 30 points. Derrick Rose had 27 minutes and 18 points with 9 assists. Langston Galloway had 20 minutes, had 5 points and 4 rebounds. Thon Maker played 16 minutes, 4 points and 2 rebounds. Christian Wood only played 4 minutes, and Tim Frazier only played 1 minute. The Pistons shot 53%, and the Indiana Pacers shot 46%. The Detroit Pistons shot 46% from 3, and the Indiana Pacers shot 38%. The Detroit Pistons were 79% from 3-point percentage, and the Indiana Pacers shot 83% from free throws. The Pistons turned the ball over 18 times, and the Pacers only 15 times. So we still, as I said in the pregame, we definitely have to have a emphasis on TCOB or take care of the basketball. Pistons and Pacers both had 26 assists, and the rebounds were in favor of Detroit. 45 total rebounds with 10 offensive, and the Pacers had 36 rebounds and 10 offensive. Both teams had 6 blocks. There was 21 personal fouls for the Detroit Pistons and 28 personal fouls for the Pacers. Andre Drummond was the one who had the 1 technical foul. And I will say it was good shooting, good ball movement, and finishing at the free throw line that got us this 9-point win. Now, if we could take care of the basketball, we definitely will be a lot better. Truth Teller, what's going on? He says, what's up, though? Just got off of work. I'm going to say this again. Kennard should be starting. Absolutely. I will not deny that. He definitely needs to start. And as James Willis said, Kennard got 30 points off the bench. That's awesome. That second unit, it's going to be scary for this team. If this team can take care of the basketball and is engaged in all 48 minutes, like I did see kind of today. I mean, I wouldn't say full 48 today. I would say 46 minutes we were engaged. The first quarter and the second quarter, and in those quarters, we did definitely need to tighten it up, being focused. We had some about maybe a minute of in each quarter where we were doing errant turnovers. But outside of that, that is winning formula. That is how you're going to pick up wins. The Gridiron Blitz says, is this your post game? Yes, it is. Abdul Terrell says, did we win? Just got home? Yes, we did. We won 119 to 110. And officially, the Detroit Pistons have a better division record than the Detroit Lions. James Willis says, I'm liking Drummond, Rose, Kennard starting. Absolutely. I don't want Rose to start just because I feel he needs to have more minute restrictions than what do you call it? Reggie Jackson. But absolutely. As soon as they go into the locker room, I will be bringing back audio. But I'm absolutely loving what I'm seeing. I hope we can continue it tomorrow. Actually, you know what?
By the Pacers. I thought this was a great team effort, as Tim just alluded to, but Andre set an incredible tone early in the game. His active hands, his quick feet, his anticipation, all on display defensively. He saved a lot of points that could have been scored early by the Pacers.
Hey, I
He
appreciate
saved those
that,
points
Cheryl
for the
McMiller.
Pistons. His energy never seemed to wane or diminish. Every moment that he was out there, he was working hard. He was a load for Indiana to have to deal with. This might be one of his best games. Forget the stats, which were awesome and off the chart. This may be his best game as a Piston, coming on opening night on the road, and the minutes that he played. 41 minutes, I believe he stayed out there, by far and away the most of anybody, either team. He looked as fresh at the end as he did at the start. Andre was tremendous. And, this on a night when Luke Kennard, he'll go down as the second best player maybe on the floor for the Pistons, scoring 30. But that's just how good Andre was and how much he stood out, I thought.
Yeah, well said, Greg. And one of the things we've talked about throughout the night, obviously you're better with Blake Griffin. But in the pregame, Grant made a good point about balance. And can the Pistons actually be as dangerous when they get everybody involved? The ball was moving. The assists were pretty good so far in this game. And I thought that there were some really good signs that this team can be effective when you don't have a Blake Griffin in the lineup.
I definitely want to say that, when you can share the ball like that, and if we could limit the turnovers, we can definitely, have it a bigger lead than 9 points. I'm going to take the 9-point win, but the one that bothers me the most is 18 turnovers. You have to take care of the basketball. That's just like in any sport. Whether it's a hockey puck or a football, a soccer ball, a baseball. What else is there? A basketball. You have to take care of the ball or puck, in order to win. So I am very happy about shooting 46% from 3-point range. One of the things that Coach Casey wanted to be for his identity is a 3-point shooting team. And, shooting 50% from the field, that's winning basketball. Now, for the Pacers side, Miles Turner had 38 minutes and scored 25 points and 9 rebounds. Brogdon had 36 minutes and scored 22 points with 11 assists. Sabonis had 36 minutes, 27 points, 13 rebounds. TJ Warren, get well soon. He played 34 minutes and 10 points. Jeremy Lamb had 26 minutes and 10 points. Off the bench, Sumner had 22 minutes and 6 points. Holiday had 15 minutes and 2 assists. McConnell had 13 minutes and 4 points. He had 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. McDermott had 11 minutes and 6 points. And the other Holiday had 7 minutes, had 1 rebound and 2 assists. And Leaf had 3 minutes and 1 rebound. See what the chat's saying. Truth Teller says, we know that Drummond has talent to be a 25-16 guy, but can he stay focused and be consistent? That's the big question. If he plays the way he did today for the course of an 82-game season, 50 wins should be the lowest. 50 wins should be the lowest of any ceiling, because he was focused from start to finish. And that is a scary Andre Drummond. And if you can have him shoot, say, even 50% from, maybe take 2 shots and maybe make one every other game on his 3-pointers, that will definitely take this team to greater heights. Only if Andre Drummond is open for 3, then yes, take it. If he can make one every other game, hey, and he only shoots 2 threes, I'm good with that. But I'm definitely liking what I saw today. Can we continue that on the road or at home? I'm sorry, tomorrow night. That remains to be seen. But I am definitely excited to see what we do at home. I think the fans are going to love what we see this year. As far as Markieff Morris is concerned, I want to see a little bit more from him. He was on the outside a lot. He wasn't back to the basket. And I think it kind of hurt his rhythm a little bit. So I definitely want to see Markieff get to the basket a little bit more and power his way in. Have that mentality like his brother, Marcus Morris. And I think he'll be a good fit here. And, for the Pistons to win by 9 points on the road against a division rival without Blake Griffin, that says a lot about this team as a whole. And if we could definitely get, Blake to play about 60 to 65 games minimum, hey, a healthy Blake in the playoffs will be an X factor. So I'm definitely seeing some positives out of this team. There's still room for improvements. As I said, taking care of the basketball. You can't have 18 turnovers. Abdul Terrell says, I'm calling 64. 64 games or 64 wins? I'm hoping it's 64 games that he plays and not 64 wins, because I would want what you'd be drinking. Games. I knew that's what you were saying. I was just having a little fun with you. But I could see 64 games, even 65. And if he can play that, we got to stop and think about it. Kawhi Leonard only played 60 games last year. And when the playoffs came, he was healthy and he was ready to go. So if we could get Blake like that healthy, hey, who knows? We could even see a second round playoff series. Truth Teller says, I'm more moderate. I'll say about 45 to 50 games, depending on injuries. Yeah, that's where I have them at. But, if we continue to play like this for 82 games, I could see 51 to 55 wins. It's just, I don't think that would happen. Because obviously, in January and February, there's always that little wall that people hit, that players hit. But after, right around the All-Star break, usually teams start getting, okay, hey, we got to focus. We're hungry. Let's make that playoff push. Let's get better position, things like that. But yeah, 45 to 50 games, that's, that should be the bare minimum floor. I'm talking about, like, that's the basement of the floor is 45 to 50 games. So I definitely could see 45 to 50 wins, truth teller. I mean, obviously, like you said, depending on injuries, you know, we got, pretty much our point guards are both quote unquote injury prone players in Reggie Jackson and Derrick Rose. So I definitely want to make sure that those guys are healthy, while in practice trying to develop, Jordan Bone and Tim Frazier and, the younger guys and things like that. If we could do that, then, I'm loving our positioning. I'm loving the way that, you can go out there and compete for a full 82 games and, and then, hey, who knows? Maybe in mid-April, we're in the playoffs, and if you keep building out each and every single game, I definitely could see a playoff series win. And I definitely, that's what the goal is. You got to build off of what you did last year. Last year was 41-41, first round exit, no wins in the playoffs. This year, 45-50 wins, that's very reasonable. It's very easy to go and get. So, okay, that should be your goal. Anything more? Hey, that's a bonus. And then once you get to the playoffs, the bare minimum should be at least one playoff game. Okay, then build off that. 2 playoff game, 3 playoff game, 4 playoff games. Okay, now you're and you won a playoff series. When you win a playoff series, now you're being able to, hey, go out in free agency and the draft and things like that. But like, hey, why don't you come here, and let's build on something great. Teams will be like, hey, who knows? I might be that missing piece to take us to the third round. Then they go to the third round and say, hey, the next year, hey, I need to go get this player. Maybe I could be the missing piece. And hey, maybe that'll get us to the NBA finals. And things like that. And keep building every year, game in, game out. So, definitely 45 to 50 wins and at least one playoff series. That should be the bare minimum. So we are 1-0 in 2019. And I'm about to switch it over back to the game and play the audio.
Dwayne, first off, congratulations on getting the season off on the right foot. What enabled your team to come out with the type of the right attitude to get this one?
Well, again, I thought that, Luke came out in the second half and really shot the ball well. I thought Andre had a presence in the paint offensively and defensively. He played 40 minutes, so he had a huge presence on both ends of the floor. But I just thought the way we moved the ball, kicked the ball out on penetration, helped our offense. And then defensively, we did okay defensively, but not great.
Where are some areas, if this isn't the blueprint to win without Blake, where are some areas where you'd like to clean it up?
Well, we got to clean up our pick and roll coverage. We know what we should be doing, and 3 or 4 times we fell asleep and allowed Miles Turner to get loose out on the pick and roll. So we got to make sure we clean that up, because if teams in this league are too good, their bigs are too good at shooting the ball to make those kind of mistakes.
Talked about one way this team would improve this year was internal improvement from some of the young guys, and you've talked about how Luke had another level to get to. Is this a pretty good evidence?
It's very good evidence. Shot the ball well, and again, I thought his most important improvement, I thought it was his defensive focus and effort. I thought that was huge for him to stay in the game and to guard a guy like McDermott, to guard a guy like Lamb. In those situations, it allowed us to keep him in the game to get 30 points.
Dwayne, you obviously have some versatility on this team, and you ran some different lineups out there, including 4 guards at one point with Andre. How much do you appreciate having the versatility to do?
Well, it's just good. The front office did a heck of a job of getting versatility in here, but now the whole thing with us now is consistency. It's all for naught if we come out tomorrow night and lay an egg at home. Hopefully we have a good crowd tomorrow night, opening night. So we'll have every excuse in the world, whether it's without Blake, back-to-back, whatever, get in late tonight. But again, this will show a little medal for our team and how we respond tomorrow night.
One of Andre's best games since you've had him. I mean, looking at him, the minutes he played, steals, blocks, really impacting the game at all levels.
The one thing that I would like to say, he only had 2 turnovers. It seemed like he had more than that, but he only had 2 turnovers. So that was very impressive because he handled the ball. He had more than that, but he only had 2 turnovers. So that was very impressive because he handled the ball. He made his free throws for the most part. And but again, everybody, all of us, myself included, we all can be better in execution, communication, whatever it is. We have a lot of areas to, because this is a good team. This team here is a very good team. They're just going to take a little time to get together, but they have a lot of firepower, and they're ready for the new NBA.
Did you learn something about your guys tonight? I mean, to find out 24 hours ago that Blake isn't going to play, to come on the road against a playoff team and come back and win like that?
Yeah, it says a lot, you know, to be without our star player in Blake and to be able to come out and play. I thought the exhibition games we had together without Blake was big for us to help us develop some of that. But, you know, to be without our star guy and our big guy back at home, it says a lot about our guys. But, again, we got to respond again tomorrow night. We got to crank it back up and be consistent. It's just one game.
You mentioned Dre's performance in the paint, but just that face-up game, too, being able to drive and create on the perimeter himself.
Yeah, we don't want to get carried away with that. I'd rather for him to continue to move the ball, kick it out, if he doesn't have the drive. But I thought he was very smart tonight in his decisions and when to go in there and attack and when to kick it out. We got to continue to have a balance of that.
You made that late sub with Tim for Reggie. Is Reggie's back act up, or did you just
back's a little tight? It's a little tight, and you know Tim's ready to roll. I tell you what, we can roll with Timmy. The way he played in Charlotte the other night, I trust him completely. If Jack can't go, I hope he can go. But if he can't, Timmy's ready to take up those minutes. All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, so True Teller says that's my big question: is point guard play? Can these point guards stay healthy, just distribute and hit open shots? Can you get 25 to 30 points and 12 assists a game combined from Jackson and Rose? You know, if you really break it down, that's 15 points and 6 assists. I definitely think that you can do that. You're gonna have to, you know, monitor both minutes. You know, and like Coach Casey just said, you know, if somebody goes down or needs an extra breather, we got to have faith in Tim Frazier to come in and be able to carry that little bit of load that he needs to carry to, you know, keep Reggie Jackson and Derrick Rose healthy. Abdul Terrell says, questions for anyone. Did ESPN hire Van Gundy? Abdul, ESPN did hire Stan Van Gundy. Dwayne Boatwright says, big ups, Daryl Boatwright. But, you know, I think Coach Casey hit it on the nose. You know, consistency, doing it night in, night out. This is only one game. You know, yeah, we got a good high right now. You know, we won. We're off the snide from last season. Because, you know, we haven't won since the, what do you call it? New York Knicks game. So, you know, we haven't won since New York Knicks. We were on a 4-game losing streak, courtesy of the Milwaukee Bucks. And we came into hostile territory, a division rival, and came out with a win. So, yeah, we got a little bit of high for winning. But guess what? It's the NBA. There's 82 games. You know, go out, have a bite to eat tonight, take your shower, get to bed. Because, you know, tomorrow we got to come out and play with the same amount of energy, you know, and consistently. The Gridiron Blitz got to get DB on the show, Trav. Absolutely. He's more than welcome. Dwayne, go ahead and look in my description. I have my email that's specifically for this channel.
And obviously you had to fight hard for this one, but how satisfying is it to start the season 1-0?
You know, it's always good to win. I mean, that was our biggest concern tonight, coming out with energy. And, coming out and having principles to stand on. We're going to play hard every night, and we're trying to change the culture around it.
You know, a lot has been made of the games that you have to play without Blake, and we don't know how many that's going to be, but how much confidence does that give this team where guys like you, Luke, Andre can help pick that up and fill that void?
You know, it's always going to be hard when you're losing a piece like that. Blake is like everything to this team, so it's up to the guys that come in or that's on the team to be a professional about it, come in, do their job, and chip in any way possible. And tonight, we scratched and clawed and got this win tonight. It's very hard to win like that in this league.
You guys showed a lot of passion out there, you in particular. When you see a guy put on a performance like Andre did, what are you thinking?
I'm happy he's on my team. It just feels good to win, man. You know what I mean? Like, especially the first game. So coming here, in the past, I've been on losing teams before, and I know what this means to this team and to the staff and everybody here. So, like I said, we're trying to change it one game at a time, one practice at a time, and now we got to put this in the past because we got the game tomorrow.
You talked about looking forward to helping Luke kind of expand his game. Did he do some things to open your eyes tonight?
I mean, what he's doing, I always knew that he could do. I'm a student of the game. I've been watching him ever since college. Like, it's all about just having the confidence and, once again, having the opportunity. He has that opportunity now, and he's taking full advantage of it. He's a shooter. He could dribble and make shots. He could create his own space, and he's a threat whenever he's out there. So, I mean, he's doing exactly what we want him to do.
Rose, Luke Kennard, and Andre Drummond combined for 62% field goal percentage and 80 points. That is amazing. But what I took out of that was, man, he's been watching Luke Kennard since college. And now being able to play with him, he already knows his game. So they're going to be a nice little 1-2 punch. Yeah, going back to what before I brought in the audio for Derrick Rose, Dwayne, go ahead and email me. My email is in my description, and we could talk about it if you want. We could get on a show and talk some Pistons. Abdul says this win almost makes me forget about the Diggs trade. Abdul also says he subscribed to Dwayne. That's what's up. Yeah, definitely subscribe to Dwayne Boatwright. He is about to start his YouTube channel up, and I cannot wait to see some content, man. Munchie says, who do the Pistons play tomorrow night? The Pistons play the Atlanta Hawks. I definitely got the Detroit Pistons at home. But hey, we got to go up against a really young and hungry Atlanta Hawks team. It's not going to be easy, but do what we did good today and get better at what we weren't today, and we should be able to win tomorrow. All right, when the commercial comes back, they'll be taken into the Pistons locker room. So hang on tight, and I'll bring in the audio for when they're in the locker room, and then after that we'll wrap it up. But definitely keep the comments coming, and I'll try to answer everybody's questions or Hold on, did they just show Andrew Luck just sitting on the couch? Oh. But man, I am so glad the Pistons got off the snide today and picked up the win because, for us to do it without Blake Griffin, man, that's amazing. That's awesome. That's, that's being hungry. That's, getting the job done. You know, it's been a long time since we've been able to say, hey, we can get the job done. Hold on, let me see something real fast. Okay. I am trying to bring up our opponents for tomorrow. Oh, they kick off their season actually tomorrow. So the Atlanta Hawks kick off their season against us. Dwayne says, thanks, guys. We will definitely set something up, Trox. I can't wait. Absolutely, man. I can't wait either. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun show when you come on. Abdul says, looking at the stats, Dre looked like he played good. Did it pass the eye test? No, the numbers were not hollow. Abdul Terrell, man, he lived up to every 41 minute he played. He's playing like he should. They called a couple ticky-tack fouls, but hey, they call them ticky-tack fouls on the Pacers as well. That's part of the game. I don't really look at the foul counts. I look at the overall performance, and I definitely would say he aced the eye test. He was consistent the entire 41 minutes he played. All right, it looks like they're going to be talking to Luke Kennard.
Team, and you come back in the fourth quarter to win.
I love the way we fought. Obviously with a guy like that out, we got to bring even more energy, even more focus. So I thought we did that. I love the way we fought. That was grit right there. And to come into an atmosphere like that, opening night for a team on the road, it's not always easy to come away with a win. So, I'm really proud of these guys, the way that we fought and, ended the game. So, credit to the team, coaches, everybody.
All-around game have you seen Andre better than tonight?
That was incredible. I mean, that might be one of the best games I've seen him play. Glad I could be a part of it. So, that's really, really impressive. Really impressive. I'm excited to see it again tomorrow night, too.
What about the impact of, we talked about you playing with Derek. What have you learned about playing with him, and what type of impact will he have on that second unit?
He's fast. He just knows how to play the game. When teams have guys like that, really quarterbacking, he's a general on the court, and nobody can stop him. And when they try to, he finds open guys. So you gotta. I remember I've said it before, but you got to be kind of a step ahead in the game when you're in the game with him. So, he's really impressive guy, really impressive player, and it's fun to play with him.
16 of your 30 come in the fourth quarter. What is your mindset once you start seeing it go through?
I kept getting open looks. Guys kept finding me. So I was able to knock him down, and, having the confidence, being aggressive, continuing to just build off of that. In the momentum, I feel like we got stops on defense, which allowed us to really, push the ball and get the looks we wanted to get. So, I thought that fourth quarter was really good for us, really good to end the game like that. It was a really, really good team win.
That last three you hit, how does it feel to hit a three in 124 left? We got this. Let's hit a dagger three. How does that feel when you knock one of those down?
Feels good to make any shot, but it was a big one late in the game. But again, credit to my teammates. Honestly, I was just kind of out there, trying to be in the right spots, making sure we were running the play right, and they just kept finding me. So, Yeah, it might have been a big shot for us, but I think defensively we were getting stops too, so that allowed us to kind of create that lead, and we were able to get some buckets after that.
Dwayne said one reason you were able to stay on the floor is because of your improved defense. He was able to keep you out there. You talked about that being a focus of the offseason and adding strength. Have you felt that translate to better defense?
Most definitely. I definitely put on weight this offseason. I feel like I got a little quicker, so I think it is kind of carrying over a little bit. I made a few mental mistakes tonight. Got to clean it up, but it's not always going to be perfect, but the effort and energy has to be there no matter what. So I'm going to continue to just kind of build off of that and work to get better at it.
Thank you, Luke.
And he was talking that after a career high night. He scored 16 points in the fourth quarter alone. Third quarter he scored 7. Second quarter he scored 4. First quarter he had 3. That's amazing. He shot 6 for 9 for 3 points. And he's only going to get better. I'm excited to see tomorrow night's game. I know we got to go up against Trae Young and guys like that, and obviously they got Vince Carter. And this is Vince Carter's last season. I'll probably try to go to the last game that the Hawks come to the LCA arena. Because I do want to see Vince Carter for one last time before he hangs it up for a career. But I mean, I'm proud of how the big three tonight played, which was Drummond, Kennard, and Derek. They played it very well. If they can continue that, and other guys can step up. We got a good chance to be something this year. I'm excited. Pistons fans, you guys got to get excited about this. Like, this is amazing. I know it's just one game. We started what? We were in first place last year after what? 7 games? And then all of a sudden we started dropping a little bit. And then, and then we hit that one bad stretch and we went into 8th place, and for majority of the year we were in, fifth spot. Abdul says it helps. It's a contract year. He says, sorry, but who started? It was, the starters were Reggie, Bruce, Snell, Markeith, and Dre. But definitely, I'm excited to see what the season's gonna bring. There's 79 more games. I probably am not gonna do all 70 or 81 more games. I'll probably do, right around maybe about 60, anywhere between 50 to 60 basketball games, obviously because I do work. And if I could do this full time, I'm doing every game. And I'm going to do I'll try to do every game in basketball and football. So that's what my goal is. But I know it's going to take time. So if you guys can rock with it, I appreciate that. Abdul says, you lost me when you said Reggie Jackson, or that's a cuss word to me. Hey, he only played 20 minutes and had 5 points. Truth Teller says, Kennard takes the jump this year, averages 17 to 19 points, 4 assists and 3 rebounds 42% from 3-point if Casey lets him play. I think so too. I could definitely see, I'll go in the middle and say about 18 points and 4 assists and 3 rebounds on 42%. I could definitely see that. But that's the thing. If Casey lets him play, which I think he definitely is going to do that, due to the fact that, he earned it in the playoffs. He came out, here tonight. As long as he keeps performing at a good high level, the sky's the limit. Gridiron Blitz says Price is right, losing corner for Reggie Jackson. Abdul Terrell says 16 too many. I don't understand what you mean by 16 too many. Dwayne says Trox the house is busy tonight, but believe me, bro, we're going to get together really soon. All right, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I just want to make sure that we are getting closer to the end of this stream. I think that might be the last one that they do for interviews. But with that being said, I will probably end this stream now. But definitely come back tomorrow. Set the alarm. I will be doing, all my stuff, as soon as I get off of here. So it's already up and ready today. So, hit the get notified as soon as it's up there. And subscribe if you haven't. And, hit that notification bell. Set it to all because we're going to be rocking out the whole season. I appreciate all you guys for coming out. You guys have a blessed day, and see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day. Troxel Sports Talk, and I am out. Peace.